can't read that night, or you always have everything you need. Wow. That would be fantastic. You would never lose a tournament then, I think.
I'm getting... Somebody's notifying me, and I'm just going to retweet that as is.
Yep.
Oh, there you are. Alright.
Alright, let's go find some opponents. I wonder if there are more people in this vintage league now. Nope, 137. Oath dominating in terms of trophies.
Yeah, I mean, Brian just plays a lot. He played a lot before Champs. I think that's what inflated his numbers so high.
Ooh, hold on. Oh, that makes sense, actually.
Yeah.
No,
no picture of me this time, just the actual picture.
There's a picture of you. I couldn't figure out how to make it do the other thing.
Okay.
Basically, there should have been a way to resize your window, but I couldn't figure out how to do it because Skype is an antiquated program.
That's fair.
Let's see. So apparently this card is bugged somehow. I'm not sure how.
There's a bug with it and Trinisphere, I believe.
Golly, really? You have to pay blue mana or something like that?
No, it's something having to do with Phyrexian mana and Trinisphere.
Oh, just not. Okay.
Might see it pop up more with Dismember. I mean, there's only one Trinisphere, so who knows how often we'll see it. But
right. All right. Let's see who we've got. We've got what? Oh, not that many XX guys, I guess. Right? Only 6.
6. Yeah, Chalice on the back. You have.
Yeah, I was referring to actual creatures though.
Yeah, the one.
Oh, nice.
I mean, there's only maybe 4 flex spots. I mean, not even 4. I'd say like 2 flex spots these days. But people get weird about like Precursor Golem in the main and Chief of the Foundry, Hangerback, number of Mishra's Factories.
Well, this one seems like it. We're maxed out on. Well, we have more lords, right? We have 5 lords.
Yeah.
Well, this one is. My experiences with this card in Affinity and Modern is that it never lives.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess it being a lightning rod for removal is fine here too, but it's just hard for this thing to live. But I guess the same is true for Ravager. You kind of have to kill a Ravager on site too.
Yeah, exactly. They're both. Oh boy, people are already getting antsy about Workshop. Yeah, they're both lightning rod. Like the same idea with except we don't have cranial plating, but same idea where it's just like you need to kill this thing or it's gonna go bonkers and wreck the face.
I need to fix. Apparently, I did not fix it. Shops, I'm evil. I mean, Shops is good, and if you don't believe it's good, you're just lying to yourself. I mean, that's clearly what all the data indicates. You just have to. Ooh, is XX a reasonable mana cost singleton deck? I don't know. I suspect not having good lands to cast your things is not good. That was a format where you picked a mana cost, and all of your cards had to be that mana cost.
Oh, wow.
Does this deck beat Temur Energy? It should. I mean, Temur has like 6 basic lands in it. I suspect if you go Sphere of Resistance, they won't cast anything until turn 5. And then
yeah. In this format, you can run Marvel, so sky's the limit, but I don't think it's going to work out.
I don't think Aetherworks Marvel does very well versus the deck that has 4 Phyrexian Revoker, if I had to guess.
They never expected. I think that's the big part of it.
They never expected Aetherworks Marvel?
Yeah, especially in Vintage.
Or the Ulamog off the Aetherworks Marvel?
So I opened. So the other fortune I opened was Kathy's fortune. Mine says self-confidence is just enthusiasm at work.
That's pretty good.
I like that for a Thursday night.
Ooh, we have an opponent. Shopsmere? Eruxis.
He's usually on something Stormier.
Okay.
Usually.
This looks like a hand you would want to keep for a storm.
Yeah, I agree. It's got all the pieces too for like any other.
Yeah, I mean it has a lock piece, it has threats, and has some land destruction.
Yeah.
One piece of land destruction. Opponent mold. My stir const is out of date. Well,
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
A lot of people have had that bug. Alright. So
Moto being Moto.
I guess we lead with Crypt and see what happens.
I was on Inferno last time. That's new.
Well, opponent F6, so
It's a good sign.
I mean, we're gonna do this every time. I think it's better to play Factory and save Wasteland.
Yeah, so he doesn't play.
There's also well, I guess we can waste it, but are you heads or tails?
Tails, always tails.
Alright, it did not fail me this time.
I know we had that issue before, but
I think I'm gonna just waste the Bazaar.
waste the Bazaar, play the Ravager.
Yep.
Maybe, or I guess it depends on what he discards, but
I mean, wasting Bazaar first is correct because then you get slightly more information.
yeah, that's absolutely true.
Imp, Bridge, Cabal Therapy.
Yeah, I mean, you could either go steal Overseer. I don't think he's really going to sacrifice anything right away. He's not really going to have a way to, even if he has a land, right?
So it might just be better to play the Overseer then.
Yeah, it's risky, but I think even in this case, if he makes like a zombie or two, we can still overpower that number. But,
yeah, the issue is when they make like 10 zombies and then you're actually full blown dead.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to get that lucky.
Well, if they have a second Bazaar. Alright, so they're on pitch, it looks like.
Yeah, Force of Will. Yeah.
Ooh, that's a good sign. Okay, so
Another waste off the top.
tails. Alright.
Yeah, look at that tails act.
Oh! I don't think we actually want to kill that.
No, you don't. I jinxed us into that. We don't actually want that.
I think we just play Ravager and...
Ravager, yeah, Ravager, activate factory. Activate
No, we don't have enough for that. Oh no, I mean, we could do that now, I guess.
Yeah, you're not attacking the factory. But you can wait on it or not. It's up to
Nah,
you.
I think waiting is actually worse.
Okay.
Because there's outside scenarios where you just want to not expose that to removal.
Sure.
Even though they're not likely to have removal, I think, but...
Nothing to remove to Icar. That is so
Alright,
bad for...
nice!
Yeah.
I mean, Shops is inherently broken and our opponent only had one Bazaar, so...
Alright. 7 cards, 8 cards, or...
What the heck? I guess I have to select all. So these... We want Worm Coil, I assume, right?
Yeah.
And
I mean, the kegs and glass as well. I mean, yeah.
wait, so do we just side everything in?
I don't think so. I don't see a reason why Dismember would be that good.
Okay.
Or Precursor.
This doesn't feel great.
No. What else comes out? Hangerback slow.
Alright.
Metamorph is a bridge breaker. Revoker does nothing, right? It's just a 2/1.
Trying to remember, but I believe it does nothing, right? Is Thorn better than Sphere? Actually that might be true, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Well, actually, aren't all the Sphere effects just kind of bad, actually, especially in the draw? Chalice also does not seem very good.
Chalice does not seem good. He seemed Force of Will and missteppy. Yeah, bring in the walkers again. It's been a while.
I'm trying to remember what's supposed to happen in this matchup.
You're supposed to win.
Well, we did win game 1, which is the lucky one, I think.
Yeah,
So is this what it's supposed to look like first then?
Yeah, I don't see why not. It's got all the pieces. It looks fast and it looks resilient and it looks disruptive.
Yeah, I think we're not supposed to have any spheres in. That's what my gut tells me. Because they can definitely just overpower you without casting a single spell.
Yeah.
They're probably siding in like a bunch of what, like Ancient Grudges. Oh no, not Ancient Grudge, I guess, but this looks good to me. I mean, it only has one piece of hate, but what am I going to do? Mulligan a hand that has 2 workshops and a piece of hate? It seems
Plus you can
absurd.
play it off as an inspector.
Yeah. Roan Blank, I am still qualified for Pro Tour Bilbao, which is modern and Rivals Draft. And it's in a few weeks. What the heck? I hit F6. Hope I don't get unmasked, actually.
I hope so too. I really couldn't see him running unmasked and forcible. Yeah, okay, Hollow One. That makes sense.
Oh, this is the thing Rich was talking about. I rebound all of my keys. Except for F2 for some reason. But
Yeah.
so we can go Inspector, Sol Ring, Cage, Overseer?
2 Overseers, probably. You have... They're each cheaper.
Okay. Oh, I see. So, Inspector first. I am on a Pro Tour team. Mass Drop East.
Next turn we have the world's largest hangerback wall.
It's annoying that F6 doesn't work. I'll have to rebind that after the match. Because it's driving me nuts. Also, I think this plan is bad for shops.
Yeah, but he's thinking Grab Digger's Cage, pretty much. Alright, so...
Nature's Claim.
Blown up. Yeah.
Lame. Alright, let's hope we don't get run over. If their dredges aren't good enough, we can still be fine. Like, that's not particularly strong yet.
No, 1 bridge?
1 bridge. I think I just take it, right? Let's see what happens.
You put you back down at 20.
Yeah, that's fine. If they miss, well, I guess they're going to see like 20 cards or so next turn. Maybe more. They'll have 6 for draw step. Well, they'll have 12 upkeep and 6 for draw step, right? So it's 18.
No, 38, 2 in hand.
That's not good.
No, that's irrelevant.
I mean, I think we have to play this thing, right?
Yeah. Yeah, there's nothing else to do with it.
So this is 8, 9, 10, essentially, because of the Inspector.
5, 5. Yeah.
So I think we're supposed to just make an enormous hanger back and hope it kills him, but I don't think it will. But, I mean, this is what we have. What the heck? This dialogue box is different, too.
All these updates.
I think I should attack for 4 or 5.
No, you definitely attack for 5. Yeah. Just maximize.
Yeah. I was debating if there's any universe where I don't do that, but I think you just have to do it in this situation.
Yeah. Maybe we'll get lucky and draw Ravager.
I think Ravager's pretty... Well, at least Amalgam's coming to play tapped. Don't forget that. That is super relevant for all of those of you who play Modern and Vintage. Dredge isn't really a thing in Legacy due to the ubiquity of Deathrite and it being unable to overpower a Deathrite normally. But it's definitely a thing in both Vintage and Modern.
Alright, so he's going to have 2 of those guys?
Yeah, actually we're still ahead here, I think. No, he has 4.
He has 4. Oh, jeez.
Right, that's so fine.
And he has 3 bridges.
We can axe all of the bridges.
Yeah, that seems really good right now.
There's 3 bridges, so we have to do it before attacking, otherwise he can block and get a bunch of zombies.
Yeah.
How does this work? I have to pay life.
pay your life and tap your, workshop.
It doesn't matter here. And I hit cancel, right?
Yep.
Okay, can we attack safely now? It's 12, 13, 14.
13, 14, 15. 19.
I'm trying to figure out if we can get killed next turn. I don't think we can. Like, I assume he took out Dread Return, right?
I imagine so, yeah.
Well, also Dread Return is just not that, I mean...
So, we attack... I mean, if you can attack with the 12 and leave the...
Yeah, I think
back.
I think that might be good. The alternative play I could make, actually, is just to leave Hangerback back, because he would have to kill it to get through, and that would give me so many flyers that I don't think he could ever win.
It's true. I don't know, that makes him act, though. Like, presenting lethal makes him act. I think you're fine to do that.
It's pretty close, but... I mean, actually, the other part about this is, what can he do that's actually threatening with 3 bridges gone? Like, what if I just don't attack and sit and just wait to draw a Walking Ballista?
You kind of want to close out the game before that.
Well, my point is, what can he actually do that's threatening?
Yeah, good point.
I think I'm not going to attack, but I'm not certain this is the right line of play.
Okay.
I mean, also, if we just draw a Crypt here, it's super, super, super debilitating for him, right?
Mm-hmm. It's Garmags.
I really just want to draw Arcbound Ravager. It's so lethal, it's not even funny. I can also use mana to pump the hanger back, which is something you should do, but that's not good.
Keep it in hand so he wastes a therapy. But
I mean,
I don't know how much you can really waste one.
If my opponent thinks about it at all, they can determine it's just nothing good. Sure. Like, there's almost nothing it could be that could be good here, right?
Yeah, you have 10 mana.
6, 7, 8, 9, yeah, 10. We're still alive to draw Ravager till basically one shot. So the thing is, he can't even deterministically dredge into the bridge because there's 10 cards. So there's like a 40% chance it's in the wrong part of his library.
Yeah, this dredges 6 and then he's losing to...
No, he took a draw... I think he took a draw step. Yeah, he went from 10 cards to 9.
Yeah.
And I think you're supposed to do that and just attack with all... Well, not all of your creatures, because it actually leaves you dead, but... Mm-hmm. A bunch of your creatures. You're supposed to attack with the Bloodgas, Narcomoeba, Ichrid for sure.
Yeah.
Then I don't know about the other ones. That's the question.
Yeah, obviously the ones that can't block or can't be blocked are priority to attack with. But he's just scratching his head on the other side of the table.
Well, see, I've played a lot of games like this in these sort of weird board stall-y states. People are kind of not good at figuring out what's supposed to happen, I've noticed. So really wish I could kill my own hangerback somehow. It would be so good. A non-exiling effect, obviously, but...
Yeah.
Alright, so we block...
Block the amalgams.
I mean, we just block the 4/3 power creatures, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. You don't want getting stuff back for free.
Yep, I mean... The thing is, Yeah, the reason it's better to block those is A, prevents more damage. B, if he gets these back, they would come into play tapped, so there might be a chance you can sneak by one of them.
Yeah. Not a bizarre. All right.
I mean, that's like it's just.
Wait. Play yourself out.
Oh, he wants to get. That didn't actually make any sense. I think.
No, I think we just win because of that. Just hang back and hang her back.
Ravager? Woo! Or we could just put him straight into the graveyard. Whoops, I was supposed to tap. Whatever. I'm gonna just main phase sacrifice, right?
Yeah, go for it. His last two cards are Narcomoebas, according to him.
Yeah, I mean, that makes sense. We know where everything else is.
Yeah.
But that wouldn't have even mattered, I think, right?
He didn't dredge, so he was looking to actually hardcast them and not get surprise Malcolm triggers for whatever it's worth. I think we were ahead most of the time anyway.
I mean, we're about to make 14 3/3 fires, so...
Yeah.
Wow. That's good. We have to fix this key binding. It's driving me nuts.
Alright, you do that. You have to fix it. Yes. I'm not pressing anything.
F6. So literally only that one got changed. That's so weird. Doesn't make any sense. Alright, we're 1-0 with Mishra's Workshop, a very broken card.
I wonder if it has something to do with that error everyone's getting, that F6 got unbound.
Maybe. I mean, Rich was complaining about that too, I think.
Happened to everyone. Are you a penguin?
So that guy had 6 trophies.
Yeah, he's not bad. He like made the finals of the challenge that Rich won a few weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
So he's not terrible. Actually, I think that night Inferno 19 days ago. Yeah, I think he was on Dredge then too. Now that I think of it.
Interesting.
He just plays whatever he wants.
Charon. This hand's unkeepable, so there's that.
Not wrong.
Apparently yeah, you keep this, I think. And
oh yeah, that's great.
So you go Workshop?
Workshop hand, minus the tune.
Okay, yeah, that works. Do we want Chalice of the Void? See, this is hard. If we knew what our opponent was a 61 card deck. I'm gonna point that out.
maybe that's why he's 0-2.
I mean, probably not.
I think we keep it. I think you. I mean, it's food for the Ravager. I imagine this guy with a 61 card deck is probably rocking something that likes its 1-drops.
Samantha tried to queue into us and queued into our previous round Dredge opponent. Nice job, Sam. I think we're supposed to play Inspector first.
Yes, absolutely.
Because that makes a ton of mana. And then we can play all of our spells if we play Sphere last. Yes. That's the key part about this. Play your costs, your tax last. Pay the tax last.
Tax last.
A Sphere pushes equally in all directions, though. Clog, I'm not going to do RX. The sealed format is literally irrelevant to me because I'm not going to the sealed Grand Prix.
Alright, opponent with a mana source.
Okay, so do you want to Chalice for 1 or 0?
1. Definitely 1. You would have played out any 0 drops that he had.
Yeah, that's my thinking too. I'm going to tap Soul Ring to cast it. Wait, hold on. I should tap, I guess, Spell Pierce. Can't Spell Pierce. There's probably some reason you should tap your... What the hell? Alright, X equals 1. Pay 1 mana for X equals 1.
There's
What?
currently 0. Tap it. Click it some more. Click, click. Alright.
This is poorly coded, I think.
Yeah.
This is very, like, I would expect... So, look what happened. There's one floating.
You have a founder inspector.
Yeah. But we tapped workshop and paid 2 mana.
Yeah, you have a founder inspector to offset your sphere.
Oh, I'm being dumb.
Yeah.
Okay, we figured it out. Anyways, I play the mana source because if we draw Ballista, we want all of our mana sources in play anyways, so... Don't think we sack anything.
No, I don't think we need to sack the ring.
This is a 5-turn clock. Hopefully that's good enough. Alright. How many decks play 2 Volcanic Islands? And 61 cards? Pop quiz.
61 cards I can't help you with. Can you play something powerful?
I mean, almost any creature's good, I think. That's not good. But, just attack for 4 again, I guess. The nice thing about Ravager versus Volcanic Islands is I think it makes removal much worse.
Yeah. Makes removal pretty bad if you have Chalice on 1 as well.
I guess, actually, if I drew Ballista, I can just play the land next turn, so it's... I shouldn't have played that first land, but when you draw a second land, you should play one of the lands out. Why not sack the Soul Ring? Is there a reason to still? Okay. So they just drew Mox Pearl. That's the only way this game makes sense, right?
Right.
Well, actually, they could have drawn it on turn 2, but decided to leave up a counter instead.
Opponent seems to be having difficulty with how Spheres work, considering that he just had 2 mana for a Mox Pearl.
That's good. I guess I want to play it off both the workshops. I guess we attack first and see what happens, frankly.
Yeah, I mean, that's fine. He's not gonna... The best he's got is Force of Will. He's not gonna be casting anything that costs mana.
Alright, I think opponent has died. Maybe not. I guess there are, like, ways you could lose. Mostly involve Hercule's Recall, I think. Alright, opponent conceded. I don't know what opponent's doing. They're blue-red with 61 cards and 2 Volcanics. That's all I know.
Hedge against Young Pyromancer, maybe, with Kegs.
You want to do that?
Yeah, why not? Blue-red with a Pearl?
So both of these, then?
Yeah. You could possibly... I mean, Pearl doesn't mean anything, but I could see them having token generators with that mana and the way he played.
What do you want to take out?
Probably the Hangerbacks.
Just really bad for stack being part of the reason?
Yeah, that's the biggest reason.
Okay.
Hangerback is the weakest artifact creature in the deck.
Does Pyro play off-color Moxen? I would guess yes, but I don't have, like, good read on it.
It could be Pyromentor. That's what I was thinking.
Could. I think this is a keep.
Yeah, I mean, it's super great if we get a Mox off the top.
Also, it's super great if our opponent doesn't force this Inspector.
Also that opponent's mulliganing.
They mulled only once. They're in the scry phase now.
Oh, they're scrying. I think they boarded down to 60 cards from one.
No, they didn't. When you scry, it puts the card in a weird zone.
That's fair. And it's back.
Yeah, if you have Workshop, it is super hard to mulligan hand. I agree with that, Stu. I think you should mulligan the 7 mana source hand, though. The most expensive hand that's unkeepable. Workshop, Lotus, Mox Sapphire, Mox Jet. Well, what would I'm talking price-wise, obviously. Also, this is weird.
Oh man, maybe that's why he's out too.
I mean, someone did this versus me in Real Life Legacy last night. I'm just like, and they were not combo because I saw a Baleful Strix before the game. So it's super bad to do that in a non-combo deck, especially. Oh, so their outcome?
Yeah, that's what Opal reads to me.
In Modern, if they play Opal, they're either Affinity or Lantern, which is funny.
The most aggressive or the least aggressive. Alright, so that doesn't change much.
I think I just still play Inspector.
Yeah.
I could waste, but I think it's just bad to waste them when they have two Mox and we're not really having a clock yet.
I mean, technically they only have one, but I don't see them not having the third Moxen sometime soon. Also, our powder keg.
Ooh.
Alright.
They're down to one card in hand, right? I mean, I'm not really frightened of what's going on. Until we get tinkered next turn. That'll suck.
That would suck. I mean, Keg and Bomb are going to be pretty good if we blow up a bunch of their Moxen.
Yeah, agreed. So here's a good point. We could have wasted because they didn't play a third artifact that turn. Which means... I think I'm actually going to waste before playing a spell.
Yeah.
The reason to waste first is to play around like a Lightning Bolt or some Braid, or I don't know, like any of those cards.
Some shenanigans. They did not float.
So it's between these two.
I'd say you play the Overseer.
I think so too, but I think it's actually a little bit closer.
Yeah, it's not perfect cut and dry, but I do think you'll be pretty happy doing it that way.
Also, the other reason to waste is they didn't play a second land.
That is a very good reason.
You know me, I love sending them a message. Ooh.
Well, we can deploy everything, can't we?
Yeah. I think I'm gonna play Ravager first. In case if there's like a weird removal spell.
Yeah, sure.
I don't think it particularly matters. They have 3 cards in hand. Alright.
Play the Workshop, play your Ballista on 1. Well,
yeah, Ballista on 1. Activate. Alright. We have... Well, I haven't done Ravager math in a while, but I'm pretty sure they're dead in like 1 or 2 turns. Academy taps for 4, so you can put a counter on their Walking Ballista. And we have 2 activations of Skill Overseer.
yeah, this seems pretty good.
I did not do the math though.
So, we'll
Alright.
hit them for 5, and then...
Does this help?
For...
It's +1 damage. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8,
Hit them for 8.
9. I could modular onto it, so it looks lethal to me if they have nothing. But that exposes us to Swords to Plowshares with the modular in the stack. So I don't think I'm supposed to do it.
No, 4 cards. Yeah, that seems...
I think it's overly aggressive for no reason.
Yeah. So do the...
Actually... So they did the thing where they just F6'd. Should I abuse that and kill them?
If you think it's gonna work.
I really hate it when they do that.
No, not... You pressed the wrong thing.
Ah.
There you go. Top one. You have not yet.
It was actually overkill because you could go 10, 11. So you could have done 22 damage.
Yeah, you could have. I mean, yeah, Stu, you're right. You attack for 9 and then you just sandbag, and if they try to do anything with that pearl,
That's true.
just kill them in response.
That is true. That is probably the optimal play. Man, Triskelion's a really good card.
Right?
I'm also a fan of Triskavelis.
Triskelvis used to be great in Controlled Slaver.
Not surprised it's good with Welder.
Yeah.
Really good with Welder.
In fact, before Wormcoil. Best way to have infinite welder loops.
Stu has gotten really good at shops. Oh, Stu, why did you play Turbo Depths instead of lands? You traitor. Traitor.
I like that you keep tabs on anyone what anyone's doing with Dark Depths at any given point in time.
Oh, not anyone. I mean,
Stu in particular.
the ROM Invitational had Vintage? I thought it had Standard, Modern, Legacy, and then Booster Draft Top 8.
Are you a fan?
Yeah, I don't know why it's doing that. It hasn't done that for a while, but it's getting warmer here. One sec.
Huge fan. It is in like the mid 50s today after being 1 degree for the past week.
Yeah, it's pretty loud. I can't do anything about it though. This looks like...
This looks like dredge that you're playing against. That wasteland's pretty good.
I'm gonna try moving stuff back. I don't know why the fan's doing that.
Your opponent exiled 14 cards. You might want to look at them.
Oh, look. Ugly. Why do people do this? Come on. Have some... Why? Alright, I'm gonna keep now.
Yeah.
They made that Glay line, which is sort of interesting. I haven't seen that for a while.
Happens. They might have... Do they have Unmask? Yeah, they have Unmask. That makes sense. Unmask and Ley Line are a combo.
5 cards doesn't mean much. When you play against this deck, you want to keep an eye of how many like recurring creatures they pitch.
One.
Okay, well they kept on 1, which is probably correct.
That means they don't have Narcomoeba.
I guess they get the information for us, but our hand is actually really, really good versus them.
Yeah.
Would you play 2 Overseers?
Yeah, with their speed, absolutely.
Yeah, 2 Overseers, and next turn deploy 1 Walking Ballista, unfortunately, because we don't really have much mana. Crack for whatever mana. Doesn't matter.
Leave Wasteland open.
Yep. Steel Overseer. Look at those robotic arms. Where's my opponent going?
This is great.
I mean, we are free rolling pretty much.
Yeah.
Whoops.
You just take out whatever. Take out whatever you want.
Well, not Foundry Inspector. That one can't come out.
They'll take that one out. Or Workshop. Did you take out Lodestone last time?
I think so.
Doing things.
Maybe not. I can't. I'm going to...
Start clicking things and see what...
No, we left in Lodestone because there's a creature, I think. No, we had Spyglass in instead of Lodestone.
Okay.
Well, actually, am I supposed to have Chalice in?
Oh yeah, well... He was playing the Unmasked version? I think, yeah, take it out.
Precursor over... Well...
Bring a Lodestone, he still beats.
Okay. He's still Juggernaut?
Yeah, he's still Juggernaut. That's why he's restricted, he's good.
Man, that fan is pretty loud, isn't it?
Yeah, I just made... Your Stronk is out of date again.
This seems... These are the hands I hate. I think you should not actually keep this hand.
No, you should not.
Well, so the thing is, you do have a piece of hate, but then your follow-up is do nothing.
Yeah. Now your follow-up is break bridges with Hangerback Walker on 0, but you really want to have some way of casting at least a 2-drop into the game. You great if we had Foundry Inspector mana, obviously. I don't know if that's better.
I think that's what. Yeah, I think you're just. They pitched those. They have Fragmentize. I'm gonna mold this too. I think. I don't think it's good enough.
Way too slow. We could get like Mox Land something. Even that's better.
Guess. Yeah, that's fine. It's not. So, do you want the second Ancient Tomb?
We're taking a lot of damage.
I don't think you do. I think just finding a hate card would be so much better, right?
Well, Ancient Tomb Metamorph is just a lot of damage, and he's just gonna kill us instead of us developing our board.
Yeah, I'm gonna just bottom, I think.
Yeah.
Because if I draw a hate card, it's just so good for me to do that instead.
We also have 2 turns to draw a second mana source if we want a second mana source.
Yep.
Alright. Do your worst, opponent.
Right.
Or whatever card.
I'm gonna F6. I don't have any instants in my hand.
No, you do not.
Man, that fan is super loud, isn't it?
It's windy out. So make choices, opponent.
If I were them, I would probably take... Actually, I guess it depends on their hand, but I would lean towards Ravager, I think.
Yeah, Ravager is probably the best, strongest, with the token synergy, or counter synergies. You can break at instant speed, but no, opponent decides to go with Hangerback Bolt instead. That works.
Mm-hmm.
I guess you... What are you going to do now, opponent? Are you going to play Bizarre? No Bizarre.
That's actually much better for us. I'm puzzled that they would...
No. It's all the way up. I don't know if that's good. What if they, like, they're just holding back a Bizarre.
Oops.
Next turn. Oh, hey. Speed fan.
I thought I had it installed. Did I uninstall it? I was trying to figure out...
They're hitting themselves? Ooh. That's super slow.
Dude, that's a... What the heck? Serenity. Great. It's not ideal. They're gonna Slow Dredge. Slow Dredge is actually not scary most of the time.
No, it's pretty slow.
So, thing is, now I really wish I had that second Ancient Tomb. But, so how do we force them to use Serenity in a way that's good for us?
I think you lead...
I think I played the Overseer then.
Yeah, I think Overseer's fine.
Basically, Overseer is... If I play Overseer plus another creature, they basically have to break the Serenity.
Yeah.
Otherwise, like, it doesn't, like, kill them that quickly, but it can kill their entire board. That's different for...
Keeping in the Dread Return package? No, I don't actually see a Dread Return.
Okay, well, we're not going to play anything. We're actually just going to attack for 1 this turn.
Yeah.
We have to get our value in. Do I want to... Oh, no, it's going to get killed automatically. Yeah. Nice.
It's not worth shocking them with Ballista.
Fine. I mean... And then now we're going to slowly play things... Oh, they didn't have another Dredger?
Choose not to dredge. You're playing an Archamoeba.
No, they had nothing else to dredge, right?
No, they didn't. They have...
Their hand is Golgari Grave Troll.
Right, exactly.
They could have therapied themselves, but I don't think that's... that's not good. Would you rather play Ballista or Ravager? I think Ballista actually is better.
Yeah, Ballista's better.
So...
Yeah, that's fine. I'm not... I was thinking about whether or not you hit an Archamoeba. I don't think you do.
Sup, Austin Tor. Nice thing about Ballista is the way it's worded. If there's 1 counter on it and you shoot an Arc and there's bridges in the graveyard, the Ballista will be in the graveyard to trigger the bridges before the Narc dies.
It's true.
You don't have to kill the Narc yet, J-Cats. You can wait. Like, what's the advantage of just doing it right now? Oh, the reason to do it now is if they therapy themselves, but I think I don't even really care if they do that, frankly.
That doesn't seem too good. Troll and unknown.
I don't think I'm going to mess with their guy. I don't think it's actually worth it. Land? Okay, well, that's a good insurance policy, actually. I'm gonna play Ravager and Tormod script.
Yeah.
And then bash them with my Mog Fanatic. Alright, nice 3-0! Woo!
That's really, I mean, it was 6-card slow dredge hand? That doesn't seem right. I don't know why they kept that. It's gonna be super quick if they just keep, our opponents just keep doing this. I'm glad I'm not a jinx this time. I remember the first time we tried to record and we got the 5-0 without anyone getting to see other than YouTube.
Yeah, that happened. Man, Shops is a fast deck to play with the hands we've been getting. I think the slow games are when you have a mirror and there's a lot of combat math with like a bunch of lords. I think someone was playing Kill Switch at some point recently.
Yeah, Kevin Cron was on DSL.
I'm not convinced that is what you want to do, but, you know...
It's fun to think about.
It is. It is fun to think about.
It's not that good.
Let's see. If I wanted to play Mirror Breakers, what would I play? I guess... more Lords would be good.
Yeah, Chief of the Foundry is the best thing you can do against a mirror match. If you have Chief and you have hangerback tokens, it's just bananas.
Yeah, technically I think having more hangerbacks would also be good, but... because the way I would imagine the game playing out is the ground always gets stalled relatively quickly if someone's not dead. Then flying advantage becomes really, really important. And then if both of you have that, then Lord advantage is probably pretty good.
That's exactly how it pans out. Yeah, the double X guys are amazing. Even Walking Bliss is not that bad. Steel Overseer gets Mirror Breaker, yes.
Yep.
Your guy. He's lordy. He's lordy. Yeah.
So actually the situation I just described basically applies the same to the Affinity Mirror in Modern. The only difference is no one has spheres, so everyone can deploy their stuff. But cranial plating becomes super important because you can attach it at instant speed.
Yeah. Oh, that was the best. Played it back in
Standard or extended.
Betrayer's Standard.
Yeah. And then at some point they banned the artifact lands.
Yep, that was in Betrayer's Standard. Well, between Betrayers and Saviors.
Oh, she queued into us!
Oh, Sam.
Sam
Wise Mirror. She's probably playing blue.
Yes, I would believe that, and I'm going to keep this hand.
Yeah, so mad that it's not a first for this year.
We're close, but we can play Revoker, I guess.
This is messed up. Showing out.
The Samwise Mirror. You want a Revoker Lotus?
Revoker deck.
Okay. We just know she's Jeskai.
I mean, that's just the blind name these days.
Okay, there's just so many Dax floating around.
Yeah. Ever since Dax became I do not hope she's on Merfolk. I wouldn't expect it.
Oh, I forgot you were in Chops. My Terminal's Library is terrible now. Thanks. How could you forget? We finished like 6 games in under 30 minutes.
Well, this is gonna be fun. Some in-chat banter. Alright. Yeah. So Emerald Sphere. And then waste the library.
Oh crap! I was supposed to play the Trinisphere first before giving more information. Yeah, that was terrible.
Sequencing, Jarvis. Sequencing. About to be to the Kappa. What's the record going into this? Oh, nothing.
Alright, if this doesn't get forced, I think... Oh, well, there's the force. Draw first?
There's the unforced.
Yeah, you can Control Z. I think I still waste the library. Ooh.
Yeah, you do, because she'll... What does she pitch?
Misstep.
Yeah, that doesn't matter. Alright. There you go.
And our 2-1 attacks. Get this Goblin Piker beats in. Yo, what's up, Quashinio?
No way!
Doesn't she know I'm really good at drawing one-ofs? Including the Tabernacle and Pendril Vale? There's so many good one-ofs in lands. There's also some really terrible one-ofs in lands.
Yeah.
Glacial Chasm.
When you got a strong island, preordained. Right.
Can I check a list out and let you know what I think? Maybe. What kind of list is it?
That's not mana. Yeah, Inspector.
Yeah.
Just bang for your buck here and forces her to have another force.
Now, what if she goes Mountain Pyroclasm?
She's not gonna go Mountain Pyroclasm. That's not what Sam does.
Nice of her to force your treasure so you can cast your Red eventually.
Max got jokes. Yeah, that would have been the synergy that we... Popple Island.
Oh. So, no, it's just blue-red Splash Grudge, right?
I think so. It's that Planeswalker deck, probably.
What do you want to play here?
I want to play a crap ton of XXs.
We can play Metamorph, Copy, Foundry Inspector.
Yes, we can. We should do that for... They'll cost 2, FYI. They'll cost 2, FYI.
Oh, dang. Well, I'm still going to play an XX creature.
Yeah, they're all going to cost 0.
Look, she doesn't know that. Okay. Alright, and the reason I do this pre-combat is if we got Ambush Vipered, it would suck.
What did he tell... Hi, Sam. You don't need to tell me, I can see the screen. You can type that too.
I'm gonna attack for 5 now. I guess I risk it, right?
Getting Vipered? Yeah, sure, whatever. What's really gonna happen? He's gonna steal, or she's gonna steal a Foundry Inspector?
Okay.
Hanger block.
Well, if she tries to steal Hanger back, that's not gonna go well. Wow. Cost reducers are great. That's what I have to say to that. What do you want to do? Spyglass?
Spyglass, yeah. I think I imagine it's the Planeswalker deck. Um, yeah. I don't really know what else. Maybe Ratchet Bomb? Yeah. Ratchet Bomb, not cake.
This one can kill planeswalkers, but it's really slow at killing a 4-drop planeswalker.
Yeah. Maybe it'll kill something else. Who knows? Yeah, it's just nothing else is really good against them, or like kind of already good against them.
Alright. Quashino, I looked at your deck briefly. It seems kind of clunky. You have Verter, Scarehulk in your mono green affinity deck for Legacy.
Is this the gay as robot thing that was posted on Reddit earlier today? I think I saw it.
I guess so. I think I would not put Verter Scarehulk into my deck. I would also play. I would max on Mox Opal, Cranial Plating, and I would also max on Tree of Tales, I think, and not play Wasteland. Don't think you can really afford to play Wasteland in Affinity.
Probably not.
It's also just like, I think the axis you're trying to do is to kill them quick and not. Okay, I mean, it's not an Infinity deck. It's more like I guess, Lord deck is the right way of putting it. But I don't think Wasteland is good in your deck that has a bunch of mana sinks. I do like Gaia's Cradle with Memnite and Ornithopter. I think that's pretty sweet.
Yeah, that was a finish deck for a little while.
Yeah, I remember too. Alright. What do we want to do? I accidentally kept, but I think this was a fine hand to keep.
Yeah, that's fine.
I think Revoker first.
Yeah, go to Revoker.
Yeah. This sucks. We have a hand that cannot play around Mindbreak Trap.
Animal to 6. Dak Baden.
Alright, well, my other play is dictated.
Yep.
It's better to name Dak because I think they have multiple Daks and only one Lotus. Unless if she hacked Moto.
Seems possible this time with that strong. Whatchamacallit? Bug. Whatever that is. Maybe that was somebody trying to break in.
Yeah. I mean, someone could theoretically hack Moto. It is Samantha Dayton.
Lightning bolt. All right. I don't think you want to sacrifice everything. So
I could sack these two.
Could. That's gonna be.
It's a 5/4 Revoker. Actually, how easy is it for them to kill a 5/4 Revoker without Grudge?
Without Grudge, yeah, that's the key question. Not easily, considering they have nothing else besides Grudge, but they have Grudge.
What does your gut tell you? Like, the thing is, we have 4 mana.
We are going to 12 next turn to cast a Metamorph on Revoker. Like, no matter what, because, yeah, I'd sack them.
We could also only sack 1. I'm trying to do math. So, they're going to be at 19. No, they're going to be at 17, at least. If we put 2 more damage on it, it'll be 15. And then plus a 2/1. So that will look like 6 damage per turn.
Oh, the issue I see is that, like, you either get Revoker out of bolt range or not.
Oh,
or sacrifice.
Max has a good point. The play we could make is to sack our entire board and then just Metamorph for Ravager. That's weak to Force plus Dak.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's an interesting decision. I think it's close, but I'm going to make a 4/4 Ravager. If we get bolted again, that will really suck. That's the only problem with that play. Man, that fan is driving me nuts. It's super loud.
Storm's brewing. It's just. Well then.
Come on, Wasteland. Wasteland, one time! Wasteland! Wasteland!
Wasteland or Mox. Mox is fine too. Or Lotus. Lotus is a Mox.
So we just cast it like this, right?
Hold on, cancel. Since you can only... Oh yeah, I guess it's 2 life either way.
It's 2 life either way, right?
Yeah, sorry.
Yep.
Might be.
Wait.
She's not gonna have days.
It's free to play around it, though.
Yeah.
So, you might as well play around it.
Waffle, she's not gonna have days. Not gonna be days. Doesn't have days.
It is free to play around, so you should play around it, even though it seems really unlikely.
I'm thinking about texting her and asking her if she has days.
That's a Merfolk card. It's like a classic Merfolk card.
Yeah, but
Pitching Gush. Alright.
That's fine. Two for 2.
It's also very unlikely for us to get dacked next turn, considering how this game played out.
Yeah, there's a little... Her mana's so far behind, and she doesn't have a Mox. This is Pyro. This is nothing. Grudge.
Chalice on 1, I guess.
Yeah. And we'll do something with that mana.
It's also Battle Growth in disguise.
Yeah.
If we got dacked, I would just sack Ravager to itself.
Yeah. Acting. It's tough.
Come on, no braid, no braid, no braid, no braid, no braid. Okay.
Is Ambush Viper?
Well, it's really Renewed Faith here, right? Like, or Sacred Nectar is the card you should refer to.
Sacred Nectar. Yeah, that's fine.
Well, you cannot modular onto a Chalice of the Void unless if March of the Machines was in play. Plus, those would be different types of counters. This leads me to believe her last card in hand is Dak Vaden.
I think so too, but that doesn't matter. She's not going to hit it. Yeah, young pirate.
No! No!
Alright, sack the self. Send a message.
Nah.
Okay, fine.
Well, the problem is that joke wasn't really that funny to me, so... I'm sorry. Okay, I think it's less likely Dak is in her hand. Oh, that's good.
Yeah. Oh man, he even gets to have the grudge flashback mana.
Yeah, not this turn unless if she has Mox Emerald. But I think we might be in trouble. Alright. Actually, do I even play this?
Yeah, it keeps her off Chandra.
Yeah, I guess. I don't think attacking for 1 is better than putting a counter on the creature. It's my expert analysis.
There you go. She drew 4th and pitch card.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah. Now I'm gonna go ahead and say that activating. Dude is best. What's that one card? Is it like a fetch land? No, it's not a fetch land. It does not have Ancient Growth mana. Or at least in Graveyard Ancient Growth mana.
Okay, well. Nice. I could have made Chalice on 0, but I think it's worse than making another Overseer.
Fair. We're doing it.
Wait until you, like, I don't know, buy Forest or some crap like that.
I don't think they buy Forest.
Pulverize?
I can see Sam playing Pulverize.
Meltdown?
Meltdown is great.
Alright. So if I attack for 5, it would be 8 damage. If I put counters on things, it would be 4 plus 3, 10 next turn. But if I attack right now, it's vulnerable to a Snapcaster.
It is vulnerable. Yeah, maybe you just attack with the 3/3.
Yeah.
3/3, and then you have to.
Yeah, I have to be in the correct phase.
Yeah, that's my expert analysis. No Vipers.
Also, I don't have to play around Bolt because there's a Chalice on 1, so...
Yeah, that's a beautiful thing. Yeah, maybe her hands clogged with them.
I mean, it is very possible for the Xerox deck to have all 1-drops.
Yay, 4-0-8-0.
4-0. Poor Sam. Drops a 3-2.
Man, this deck is great.
I mean, yes. I believe it's great. Mishra's Factory. Seeb's Biscuit. I think Dryad Arbor or Colony Garden are better than a lot of those options. And I think Arbor is better because you can fetch it with a fetch land. I personally don't play either of those, but if you want to play... It's specifically a card for Diabolic Edict, so you should play Dryad Arbor. Chalice on 1 too strong. That's just absurd. But wait, so on this Thursday, we're playing Magic's oldest format, where it always contains the oldest cards. Raging Machismo, who's 2-0. This hand is great.
Yeah.
I wish it had a locked piece, but you know.
Oh, boo-hoo.
I mean, if it's a Shop's Mirror, I actually wish it does not have a locked piece.
Yeah, let's see.
So, how would you sequence this hand?
Play Shop.
Yeah.
As opposed to Academy. And start off with the Ravager. Shop Ravager, Ruby. Well, we'll see what happens.
She gets a Jarvis clap. Shop Ravager, Ruby, see what happens.
Yeah, in that order.
Alright, so now the question is... Probably second Ravager, I think.
Yeah.
And the reason to play second Ravager is it's basically immune from all removal. Right until we get balanced. I mean, our opponent would discard a lot of cards if that happened.
Yeah, well, there's balance mana.
Oh, it's Oath. It's not great.
This is blue. That's a good sign. It's not green. Ponder, yeah, that's what I like to see.
Last question. I'm mostly Legacy in Europe. No, because I think Grixis Delver is great, so you really shouldn't switch unless you have a great reason to.
How fast can we kill our opponent?
Like, knowing your deck is worth so much more than trying to get a metagame edge by switching decks, in my opinion. Do you want to revoke Pearl or Jet?
Jet.
Okay, because it's a tutor color.
Yeah.
Oops.
The only deck that Pearl's good in is Noble Fish.
It's probably good in like Eldrazi taxes when that was a
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah, that's not really. That was no longer a thing.
Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4. So I can play a Ballista for 2.
Yep.
I think that might be lethal next turn, actually. But I didn't do the math again.
That's how you kill it. Be faster than them. You can probably sacrifice. Let's see.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
You can sack your Ruby.
Yeah, I think I'm going to. +1 damage I think is relevant. I didn't do the math again.
Jarvis doesn't do the math. You.
If they play Oath now, I think it'll be too slow.
We have land still players in the chat.
Well, there's only really one true Landstill player, and that's Take Your Time.
Yeah.
Preordain.
Preordain is a spell that does nothing.
Academy Rector Oath? Yeah. That's true.
How? They're gonna drop Oath and then pass and then we win. I think we win.
Oh, I forgot you were here, Lawrence. Yeah, you count as a dirty Landstill player. Okay, so they need to tutor for like Lotus to do anything this turn.
Yeah. Look at that Revoker on Jet action.
Yeah.
Look at that. Good smart.
Do you remember when these spirits briefly were labeled as having flying on Moto?
I do not remember that.
Alright, Lotus. Time Walk?
Who knows? Blue.
Okay.
Oh, Kona's just digging.
Wrong art. Wrong art. Yay! Woo! Alright.
Cage.
I don't want to hide.
Hide sideboard.
Whoa, no. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay, get out.
Not keg, what bomb? Bomb good, kick bad. Hanger back. And
So this might sound weird. Is this a matchup where this card's actually good?
yeah, it's probably not good in this matchup. They got 3 of them.
So, I was explained to that Keg kills Seat of the Synod. The drawback to Powder Keg is obviously that it cannot kill Planeswalkers.
Yeah, or enchantments.
Oh yeah, that too. Apparently we're 9-0 in games so far.
Yeah, deck's super strong.
So, but everything else looks fine to you, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Fast mana plus creatures. It's proven to work. This hand, it's close.
Well, draw.
It has a cage.
Yeah. I think 6 will be better, especially on the draw.
Okay, that's fair. All right, keep.
That's better.
I don't think we need another Ballista. Second Ballista is much worse than the first one, I think, most of the time.
Yeah, absolutely.
Ixalan Island? No, Rivals Island. Look at this fellow. Look at this fancy fellow. Literally, they put pre-releases up today. That's how you would get this island.
You gotta run it. It's the only day it's gonna be pimp.
It's true. I'm gonna play Sphere first, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. They have to react to it.
I mean, they don't have to.
They're going to. Jace.
Jason Rooney. Oath? This looks like an oath.
Yeah, it does. So if not, maybe it's Sylvan Library. Nope.
Okay, well then. We can shoot our own guy and waste their orchard.
Deal.
I think that's the correct play.
Yep. Don't have to respect days here.
I attack for 1 first, though.
Yeah, get in that 1 damage.
Yeah, Ballista Waste Prey has been called. It has.
Ooh, look at that synergy.
That's bad.
Follow up Ancestral.
That's quite bad.
And drop that Factory.
Yep. We ain't casting any other creatures. Until the Ravager modular on 2 factories lethal. I mean, this is basically like standstill.
Yeah, basically at this point. I really hope we get a non-damaging mana source to activate, though. It's kind of butt right now.
It's true.
We are behind in that race.
I feel like we are super dead this game, but maybe they can brick off for a while and we'll win.
Yeah, we're not dead until we're dead.
This looks like a cruise.
I agree.
They were floating a blue and the spell wasn't resolving. Yeah, Oath is standstill here.
Oh, God. I take your time.
Okay. I guess.
Yeah, play it off a shop, maybe.
Yeah. The thing is, this is very unlikely to be good enough given how many cards they have drawn.
Hey, it's worth it. Taxing Probe. No, that's probably our only blue card, considering they would have probably just fired it off.
Yeah.
Otherwise.
Right.
Good to know, good to know.
What happens if I just play both and just modular main phase?
Oh, like just play out your dudes?
And then just sack Revoker to Ravager, sack Ravager to itself to modular into Factory, and say go.
I don't hate that. 4-turn clock? Yeah, that seems pretty good.
So I need to play Ravager first.
I mean, 5-turn clock because you can't attack this turn.
We basically have to see if the Ravager resolves first, because if it doesn't, we can't play Revoker.
Right. Abandoned Reason. Who names Abandoned Reason?
I do.
Apparently.
Yes.
I like how it's like, that seems a little weird. Are you sure you want to do that?
Yeah, they implemented that for Nantuko Husk and related things, I believe, but I think we're still gonna lose, but this gives us a shot.
Yeah. This shenanigans.
Oh, so they have Blightsteel in their deck?
I guess so. Yep, there it is. Metamorph.
We can Oath into a Metamorph.
Yeah, let's try it.
That's not Metamorph.
That is not Metamorph.
Can we survive? We can take 9 Infect. So I play Factory, say go.
Yep.
And then I get another Oath activation. Also, if they kill our thing, we can block with a Factory, or try to.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
I mean, we're in bad shape. They have like 1,000 cards. Oh wait, Aaron. Check this out, buddy. The Canada glass just for you. Merit Wage picture in the background too. Don't forget that part. Yeah, Tinker's pretty good.
Yeah.
It's a good card.
You can't even see my awesome background. The chat can, at least. You can.
Mike has a Superman poster.
Not just any Superman poster. It's a promotional Versus System DC Superman vinyl poster.
Alright, so are we supposed to play around a removal spell by double blocking or no?
No.
Alright.
We do not win by getting rid of more attackers. Or maybe we lose. That's
We were going to lose to that one no matter what, I think.
Yeah, that's... Like, we weren't going to triple block, that's for sure.
Alright, 1. Alright, we would have oathed into Foundry Inspector.
And then heck, Cage. Cage is great. Alright. Alright, so that went terrible, but I don't think we make any changes.
Nah, being on a play is a huge advantage as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because if you get a sphere down before they get to do anything, it hinders them so much. This hand does that.
Here. Yeah.
I'm gonna go Factory Sapphire.
Yeah, absolutely.
The only world where it's better to play Wasteland is if they have 2 non-basics by turn 2.
Which I highly doubt. Yeah, we can't be perfect all the time, Kel.
Also, we can just Metamorph for Thorn. That might actually be good enough.
Yeah, that is pretty good. Now.
So we're gonna Metamorph Thorn, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you shouldn't F6 there because I knew it was 100% safe to cast the thing. Or I smell blood in the water.
That's pretty good. Hey, look, it's Chief the Foundry. I forgot we're running him. Maybe we should have boarded him out.
Do you play Ravager or Ballista?
I say Ravager.
Alright. We could actually play Chief of the Foundry too. And the reason to do that is if you draw a normal land as your 4th land, you can play both of these next turn.
Fair. I like that. Yeah.
Yeah. This is like draft mechanics. Determine how to use all of your mana. Woo! 5-0, baby! Yeah. Alright.
Like, ooh, let me pull up the stream sequence. Alright, that went pretty well.
Yeah, we're going to switch decks real quick to the other deck, which is not combo Paradoxical, but the like stock Esper Paradoxical, I think is the right way to put it. That league went really fast.
Yeah, it was like an hour.
Yeah. I don't believe this league will go that fast. Crack every chest? No, I only crack chests when people sub now. But that's an incentive.
Did you crack a chest when I subbed?
Do you want me to crack one for you still?
No. No, you don't have to do that.
Alright.
It's an incentive now. Did you think it? Oh, there it is. Why is that one vintage? All the other ones are deck.
I
don't know.
Yeah, it doesn't matter, really. 33
Burning
trophies. Ooh, they're about to reset it in like 4 days.
Yeah. I think Brian set up man and leave there.
Yeah. Montoya only has... Ooh. Cheon has one. Interesting. When that happened.
On his work account.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think he owns any of these cards.
That's fair.
King Leovold.
We've been on the leaderboard before. We're on the last leaderboard. No, wait, aren't we like somewhere? Isn't this the bargain leaderboard?
No, the bargain leader... This started September 20th.
Oh yeah, that was August 31st. That's right. That was before think.
Yep. I think they announced. Yes, I own some Mind Break traps, but someone has one of mine. I figured out who it was, though.
Who was it? Yeah,
It was Ari. He was testing, like, some deck that had Mind Break trap before the GP. And now I think he's just, like, doing whatever. Alright. So, my last week I played in Constructed. I 5-0'd with lava spikes.
Why would you do that?
Because I think the deck is decent.
Face combo.
Oh, we're playing against Brian Kelly.
Here.
Woo! Well, I mean...
Oh, man. Look at these cards.
I'm going to keep...
Yeah. You won't get Wastelanded. It's Brian Kelly.
Wasteland go. This balance is not looking so hot.
No, it's not.
Alright, here's the question. What's the better card that's banned in Legacy? Sensei's Divining Top or Library of Alexandria?
We're going to go with the Library.
Top was pretty egregious, though.
I'm looking at our list. This is going to be a lot more difficult to play than Shops, that's for sure.
Yeah. I mean, that happens. That happens. Your head's still stuck in the sand forever and ever.
I'll have you know that Brian plays rather slowly. So
I know.
We're going to make up all that time.
Yeah, but
We got 5-0ing that week super quick.
we can have a nice, long match.
Yeah, we can talk about things. We can think through our plays. All sorts of...
We can activate Library of Alexandria every turn. Does our deck have a strip mine?
I don't think
No, it does not. I was just checking, but...
Yeah, I think Library is about as colorless as we get. Draw our card.
Okay, nice. Mox? No. So, I guess... How do you feel about casting Time Walk?
I mean, since we're not forcing back, if he forces, I think that's fine.
Yeah.
You have upkeep stop, so we'll be fine librarying during upkeep or after link play on.
Preordain hold priority library? That might have been better, actually. Yeah, that might have been better. But I think casting Explorer is actually pretty good here, too. But that is a good play. I forgot that you can just play a cantrip, respond to the cantrip, activate library.
Alright. This looks like it's resolving.
I think often countering that is not great value, frankly.
No, it's not. You can probably just wait to play land. We're gonna do that. It's fine. It's over.
Man, wish this was a... Whatever.
Hell.
How do you feel about just playing Time Vault and saying go?
It's not terrible. We don't really have any reaction spells, so yeah, just do it. Just jam it.
I mean, we're gonna be flush on cards for basically the entire game. So if he just starts forcing things, we'll be so far ahead that it won't matter. You've been teaching the newborn vintage. He knows that play now. That's great. Ooh, take your time has a good point. I love when Brian plays Sensei's Top on turn 1, almost a guaranteed time win.
Yeah,
Take your time is a huge fan of standstill.
Oh,
Ooh. All right.
gosh.
Yeah, I missed. Oh, you've let Brian resolve top because he would time himself out? Funny. Alright. Now which card is more powerful? Jace or Library?
Library.
I think upkeep, I'm going to draw with Library, then play Vamp Tutor.
Sure, that works.
He's already played a land. What is this? What is this? That's just disrespectful, in my opinion.
It's hilarious.
No.
You do not like to give our opponent a turn. Mystical Tutor doesn't do what you want it to do. Don't even think about it.
I know. I'm gonna Vamp for Voltaic Key.
Yeah. That is fine. Spin that five.
So the real problem with this play is that it's pretty vulnerable to misstep, but whatever.
Yeah, let it be.
We don't try to find a counter first, right? Like, just letting him have another brainstorm, I think, is too bad.
Yeah. And just cast it.
It's getting forced. That's fine. The question is, what else do I do with this turn? I don't think I play Preordain. Do I?
No. I don't think so, no.
Alright.
Maybe? Oh. How many cards do you have in your graveyard?
3.
Yeah, you're a long way off from big. Might Preordain just have some kind of reaction.
That's fair. Do I get Tundra or Sea? Does it matter?
Doesn't matter, no. I get C.
Yeah.
Balance isn't going to matter much in the end.
I don't think I want that. Actually, do I want that jet?
Like cast key or whatever.
Next turn? Yeah, next turn I could just Jet, Delta, Yogwill after drawing a card, right?
Yeah, playing Jet, yeah.
Well, I'm not going to play either right now.
Right, yeah, you play the Delta right now. I was thinking more having one stack of career game.
Oh, if he Fate Seals the Jet, I don't care. I would rather he do that than Brainstorm with Jace.
Fair.
I guess I could have left Delta because he'll leave Delta on top 100% of the time as well, but...
Finally strong cards.
Yeah. Actually, he's not that far behind on time yet, but...
Yeah,
we have...
only half a minute.
It's because we're talking out our plays.
Yeah, this is that hour that we, took us an hour to play, one league with shots. It's going to take us an hour to play one match with this. That's how it's going to
Yeah,
work.
if this was the combo version of Outcome, it would not take that long.
No.
Man, that deck is great. Okay, we're getting further ahead on time. He's tanking. All right, knock yourself out. I don't actually feel great about this game. Like, this card is dead. This card's not great. I guess the question is, how aggressive do we want to be this upcoming turn?
I really think it depends on what we draw. Well, after the Jet.
Hmm.
That doesn't seem too good.
So what do you want to do?
Um,
So here's something I could propose, which is snap Vamp Tutor EOT, looking for Force of Will, untap, play Yogg-Will, and try to jam.
can't we just mystical?
Oh, we could do that too, but I was thinking the Snapcaster also pressures the Jace in case if something goes wrong.
Also, snap the Time Walk.
You think you slam Will here? He's down one force. Does I guess he can't drain.
No, we weren't supposed to mystical in response to
Alright, I'm gonna try seeing what happens.
Alright.
I'm not sure this is correct. That looks like a very fast force. Sucks. Huh. So now what?
I'd say fetch land pass.
Yeah. Yeah, he could have had Force plus Drain next turn, but the Fluster was obviously a good card for him to have.
Especially on top. He's just... I mean, obviously we don't have any way of hitting his hand, but he was still hiding it up there.
Yep. What does our deck have for this match? Like, is he actually Oath? I would assume so, but we actually haven't seen either half yet, right?
No, we haven't.
This is probably really good versus him.
Right now it would be.
Alright, we're gonna play a very long match with this deck. Hopefully.
We're gonna learn all the ins and outs. I don't know what this is all about.
Nice.
Mystic Retrieval, rather.
Nice.
It's hilarious.
This is from Dark Ascension. I know because that card went last pick in basically all of the drafts for that PT. I'm exaggerating a little bit. It wasn't quite that bad, but it wasn't good.
Right.
Alright. Now do we mystical with this on the stack?
What do we mystical for? Ancestral?
I'm just going to draw a card to see what we draw. I don't think we're supposed to actually mystical for anything.
We have 8 cards. You can try snap walking.
Yeah, I'm going to try that.
Yeah, it might be that quiet speculation.
Oh, it could be quite... Yeah, Quiet Speculation is a sweet card. We have fetchable lands left, right?
Yeah, we have that. The Blooded Strain's kind of dumb right now, but we do have one for this polluted.
Pitch to Jace. Play I wouldn't say go, I guess.
Yeah.
Quiet Speculation lets you search for 3 cards with flashback and put them into your graveyard. That used to be a stock of... Oh, you're quiet?
Am I quiet?
Well, we knew he had force, right? So that's the reason not to go for it?
No, you should definitely go for it. Oh, God.
That might be a little bit loud.
Yeah, I hit it like one notch. Is that better?
Well, also it was on my end too, so I think this should be fine now. But don't want to crank it too high, then people will go like ears bleeding. Oh
yeah.
Man.
Sounds good now, apparently.
Yeah. I wonder
Plus,
what...
I can't hear myself, which is the important part.
I wonder what... Like, how he's actually going to kill us.
I don't think he wants to. I think he just wants to draw cards. I mean, maybe eventually he will, but I really just don't think that's his plan. Yeah, I'm also surprised he forced the walk. What are you even doing? What is...
Oh, man.
That's Brian.
There's no Tendrils of Agony in our deck, right? Like...
Nah, I don't think so. Do not want to do
that. Nice card.
Almost at that mana.
We actually are pretty close, I think.
Yeah, we have, what, 6 out, and we have... Academy would be 7, 8, 9. Mox would be... So, obviously, because our library is tapped, we can't... And we're okay, we're down to... Sorry, it's Blade Steel, not Dark Steel. It's 12 mana. And Flooded Strand doesn't find anything, so we don't even have the mana for it right now.
I think EOT I'm going to just play Dig.
Yeah.
Do I attack a Planeswalker, or do I want to block a Wolf? I can give it +2/+2 Vision Haste. Oh no, it's flipped. It's on the Bolt side now.
Currently Embraced by the Moon. So, he has a 3/3 Trampler.
No, it's 2/2.
Well, when he attacks.
Yeah. So I'm not going to block, so I should attack?
Yeah, attack Jace.
Yeah. Let's make him think about it. I think you should just block regardless, because you get a 2/2 every other turn if you really want to. Do you know why there's an R1 chord in his deck?
Because he wants there to be. Because he thinks it's really, really good for some reason, and can probably explain it to you, but... Whew.
I wish we had, like... What would be the best card for us?
The best? Some sort of counter spell. Oh, now he's gonna see everything.
Doesn't that, like, actually do nothing?
Yeah.
He can hit the strand, but whatever.
Hit the strand.
Yeah, I just want to know how he's thinking so we can take advantage of it.
Hi, Andy.
What's up, Montalio's workshop? So we 5-0'd today with shops. Oh, turns off library. That's actually a good point. We can't exactly sit here forever anymore.
That's not really working for us, yep. So he picks.
He'd pick library, obviously. Should I dig in response to his Jace now? I think I'm probably supposed to now.
Yeah, I like that.
I'm gonna just ditch the lands because they're literally dead now. Man, so it looks like the way his deck is constructed, it's for blue mirrors in game 1.
I believe it.
because a bunch of flusters. This card, which you would never want to draw for shops. I'm exaggerating a little bit. It's probably fine if you have a bunch of cheap removal.
Yeah, that called shot by Take Your Time on that Flusterstorm. Who knew that he had the second? I guess nobody did because it's Brian. He could have anything.
He could. Or we could have gone to look at his list, frankly, but I don't really believe in doing that. Well, now I'm just curious. Now that we've seen already, like, 26 cards in his deck. No, I think he's still Oath, actually, but...
Let's see. Inferno. Yeah, he's got a Mystic Retrieval in there. And 3 Flusterstorms. Three Flusterstorms, 3 Force of Will.
Oh, was I supposed to Mystical Upkeep, actually?
Yeah.
Probably was.
Sorry, I was too busy looking at it.
Yeah, I was too busy thinking about this. Man, this balance. It's something else.
This is never good. Alright, so if he's playing what he played before, he has 2 Dax, 1 Arlen, 1 Chandra Torch, 1 Jace, and 2 Jace rather, and 1 Xanagos.
Xanagos the Reveler is a sweet card.
Yeah, so this is basically a hybrid between the
Rug Control deck. Yeah.
The Rug Control deck, Oath, and then whatever Brian wants to play. Mystic Retrieval. 3 Flusterstorms. That's crazy.
You know what this card was really good in? Red-Green Devotion.
I agree.
I'm just gonna name like all the decks that these cards were good in that are not vintage. This card was never good, unfortunately. This card got banned in Standard because of Callblade. Before that, it got killed a lot by Blightning and Bloodbraid Elf, so...
Yeah, those were the 2 big ones. Oh, look at that synergy. Just make a dude and give it haste again.
I'm gonna Mystical and look through our deck. That Chalice on 0 is actually, like... annoying, somehow. Alright, what do you want to get here? Do you just want to get Recall and try to Mimi him out?
We can go get Demonic and Demonic for Mentor and try to generate a bunch of tokens.
That's actually probably the best play, yeah. He didn't retrieve back Force, so... Yeah, the Spyglass is on Library.
Yeah, he needs a Force because I don't think he has any other way of dealing with that in his deck.
Oh, it's not flipped to that side.
Alright, play some Moxen.
Yeah, so many triggered abilities go in the stack.
So hope he didn't draw a Slice and Dice. Do you want to hold one back for in case he did draw a Slice and Dice? Since we don't have an instant.
Sure, that's fine, I guess. Yeah, it's fine. We're ahead by 2 minutes now, and it's game 1. This is game 1, right?
Yeah, it's still game 1.
Jeez Louise. 7:37. It's been 24 minutes, so we've both approximately taken 12 and a half minutes, except that's not actually what's happened.
Yep. Brian Kelly.
Okay. Time strategies working like a charm. Fire? Oh, geez. This is a fire? Man. Fires never look so good. This is actually one of my favorite cards. Lifetime.
It's a good one. Remember when it could be imprinted on Ice Conceptor?
Yeah, Pepperidge Farm remembers. You no longer can do that because these have
Nope.
convert mana cost 4.
True story.
Where did my MTGO name come from? Well, Samwise Gamgee is a prominent character in Lord of the Rings. We plus with our Xenagos?
He wants mana.
Why? Do you think he clicked wrong on it?
Maybe. I don't know. I don't think it much matters.
Time Walk? So I'm really getting tilted by this card particularly, because look at everything else. Seriously.
You should ask him what happened to his old style jet. This kills us, doesn't it? Yep.
Alright. Mistcutter Hydra? Well, I'm gonna leave in... should I even leave in Swords? Alright, I think we want this.
Yeah.
I'm kind of so off of this plan. I think it's just not good.
No, not against multiple Jaces. Bring in Priest, because he is still an Oath deck, despite not showing us any Oaths. Yeah, Mystical seems bad.
Balance is also bad, though.
I mean, yeah, if he gets
the way
something
this
out
deck
of
is
that.
constructed, I think, is not well set up for a controlling Oath deck.
Do we want our own Flusterstorms?
Yeah, probably.
Take out Hercules. I don't see Hercules being relevant.
It's true.
I mean, yeah, he does have Chalice, but we have other ways to win.
Kumbal seems great. Does not seem great.
No, Kumbal does not seem great.
So the cards that strike me as the weakest are the tutors that are remaining. Namely the put on top tutors. Should I take out Mystical?
Mystical. You can take out Mana Vault as well if you're playing. Like Mana Vault's only really good with Paradoxical. I don't think he's Oath. He's definitely Oath. I found an Oath list that runs 3 Oath of Druids and every single Planeswalker that he showed us.
And the Fire Ice.
And the Fire Ice. Don't think he has removal. He has Ancient Grudge. Obviously, he has Sudden Shock. 1 Sudden Shock on the sideboard and Fire Spell.
Okay, so for what it's worth, our only way to win with this configuration is Mentor, right? And Notion Thief and Snapcaster?
Yeah. Do we want Blightsteel back then?
No, it's just so bad. Like...
I really don't like that this build has tendrils now that I think about it.
It doesn't have tendrils?
I don't see it tendrils.
Yeah, no, you mean you don't like that it doesn't have tendrils.
I don't like that it doesn't have tendrils.
Yeah.
But then again, I don't think we'd be able to tendrils out against him anyway.
You want the Comballs?
Yeah, Comball. Take out Mana Vault and maybe a top. We'll need 2 tops, do we? Redundant?
I mean, it combos with Mentor, but whatever.
Yeah, that's fine. I don't know how often we're gonna actually get to combo with Mentor.
This hand's horrible.
Yeah, it's like 2 mana off.
I mean, I'm gonna mulligan because this hand is just garbage.
Yeah.
Great.
This hand is also garbage.
This is how we're gonna lose.
Delicious waffles.
Right.
Yeah, this will have to work.
I think I'm just gonna play land Sego and draw the cantrip, actually.
Okay.
What's up, Fire Hellkite? I hope his hand's like awful somehow. Wow, who would have guessed he's an Oath of Druids deck? I never would have guessed.
Oh, that's green mana.
Great. We're so dead. Guess I fetch for C and play Ponder.
Yeah, that sounds right.
This is bad. None of these cards do anything.
Yeah, any order and shuffle.
Yeah. Me and Tundra, Soul Ring, attack for one, say go. Hope nothing bad happens to us. That's the plan, right?
Yeah, I guess so.
Would a fetch and hope to spike peak? Is Spike Priest. That might have been better, actually. Once we saw he had Eternal Oath, we should have fetched.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sphinx of the Fun Lord. That one is beatable, although we can no longer counter his things very effectively. So, Seth Manfield had this in our constructed deck for that Pro Tour.
Nice.
That deck was horrible. This was a 7-drop in a format where people were just doing really efficient things. Yeah, Rivals is already out. He can play whatever Rivals card he wants to, as long as someone sells it to a bot.
A legendary whale. It's a dinosaur. It's a blue dinosaur. And he probably will. It's like a better Aetherling. Sphinx is the final meme. Meme wall.
We're probably dead now.
Yeah, this is a lot different and better hand.
I mean, if he's only playing 3 Oath and had turn 1 Oath with Forbidden Orchard, that is somewhat ludicrous in my opinion.
A little bit.
Also, our hand was not good.
No, none of them were.
Because Rival's sealed deck is completely irrelevant to me for now. He did not Oath again. That implies that the rest of the targets are in his hand, or he sided some number out to me. Clarion Academy. Okay. I mean, you got us.
Oh, hey, it's Priest.
Attack for 2.
Yeah. Maybe. What's that?
Thanks for the cheer. 500 bits. Priest right on time. Yes, it is very right on time. I wonder if we're still supposed to play it during his upkeep. I guess I will.
Yeah.
Just in case if, like, sure, he forgot that he has another creature in his deck.
And do you think he boarded out and he would have Crystal Brand and Inferno Titan as his other two?
Yep.
I doubt he forgot.
I hope somehow his hand is really just terrible, but seems unlikely.
I mean, his hand wasn't terrible at Mox Orchard Oath. That's all he really needed. What did he get back?
Time Walk. And he can flash it back to get back Time Walk again.
Oh,
alright,
man.
fine. Fine.
You should have let him time out. What are you doing?
He can't time out. He's gonna just cast Time Walk twice.
He might have thought something through. Who knows? Yeah, that was bad.
That was kind of frustrating.
Probably does have Thrun on the deck. Why would he cast Thrun?
I don't understand the logic behind putting Thrun into your Oath deck, but
You also haven't top 8'd champs twice.
it's true. I mean, there's basically two schools of deck building, I think, at fighting here. There's the I want to have my deck do the same thing almost every game mentality versus, oh, I want to be a mad scientist and see what happens if I put all of these contraptions into my deck, right?
It's fair. This opponent was on Dredge before.
This is a hand that can beat Dredge, so I'm going to keep.
Yeah, I dig it.
I mean, it's not likely to, but it can. So I'm going to tutor for time. Oh, this no longer looks like Dredge to me.
Yeah, me neither. Oh, look, it's Oath.
Unbelievable. Are we just going to get Oathed on turn 1 every single game this week?
Maybe. It's because we don't have walking ballistas anymore to pop our token and waste them.
Huh.
Would you go?
Well, I'm attacking from one first, then I'm going to figure out what I want to do.
It's fair.
Brian is a mad scientist. Yes, I have that impression. I think I'm actually going to play Time Vault off.
Off of C and Ruby with Pearl up.
Well, I'm going to just plow my Spirit first and see what happens. Or I could play Tutor, I guess.
Could play Tutor. If you, I mean, if you draw Mana Source, you have Key Ball next turn.
So, do we actually play Vault instead? Because we don't know if the key is going to be good enough?
Yeah, go for it.
Like, I don't see the advantage of playing Tutor before playing Time Vault, right? Because if Time Vault gets countered, then the Tutor for key is really not very good, right?
Right. Yeah, definitely Vault, so your Tutor can do something else if Vault's not enough, for sure.
I think this is just slightly better sequencing. Okay. Alright, don't... Yeah. Don't have Time Walk. No Time Walk. What the heck? Arwen Cord?
Maybe Xanagos.
Arwen Cord? It's Arwen Cord. I'm calling it now.
I think it's Xanagos. Oh. Alright, somebody's been looking at results.
So we're literally playing the same matchup?
Yep. That's a little bit frustrating.
That is very frustrating. So the thing is, our mana doesn't cooperate for Brainstorm into Tutor. And also these other two cards are just terrible right now.
Yeah. There's no... And DT into Lotus doesn't make sense for Paradoxicaling, right?
DT for Lotus, Paradoxical. Yes, R1 gives a creature haste and +2/+2. Actually, that might be good enough.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah. We're supposed to pick up our Time Vault then, right? If we're making this play.
Yeah. Unfortunately.
Why would I cast Will first?
You wouldn't.
Yeah, I don't think that actually does anything. DT for Lotus, Yogwill, then DT for Key. Does that work? 2, 3, 4. No, it doesn't, right?
No. Well, you'll have 1 mana open, and in DT you'll have 2. Yeah, that works.
Oh, so I should do that then, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that's actually the best play then. Yeah.
Because yeah, you will, and then bring the Lotus back. Yeah.
Yeah, actually, Joe found the right play. That's just so much better. This force is a force of will. Now that play is obviously the best because it's a deterministic kill.
Yeah. It's gonna be unhappy. And we have a win condition already. Yep.
Come on, guy, don't make me do it, please.
There's nothing that he can do at this point. Yeah.
Yeah, but I would have to attack 18 times and keep on tapping it and keep clicking no to that stupid replacement effect. Alright, nice. We had a much better draw this game. Okay, sorry, Lawrence, you also saw it. Multiple people saw it. All of you are great. Do I have to bring in Kumbal? It seems so bad. Yes, everyone saw the line. Everyone who saw the line is great.
We're all friends here. We all saw the line. We work together. We're a team.
Duofan, very good point. We 5-0'd with your shop stack earlier, Duofan. Or Diofan? How would you pronounce it?
I would pronounce his name Ryan, but that's just me.
Well, that's not the same as an online username, bro. So.
Hey Ryan, is it cool if we call you Ryan?
What else should I... Good again? Hercule's Recall. Diofan. So like Diofantine equations?
Probably. He's a statistics guy, I believe. He made fun of me for combinatorics once.
Oh, Richard Garfield studied combinatorics at Penn State as well.
No, University of Penn. It's different.
Dang, you know.
One exists in Philadelphia, one exists in the middle of the state. Guess which one he went to?
The one in Philadelphia. Oh, okay, it would... Yes. I would have assumed it was from Diofantine equations because those are very interesting and difficult to solve. Anyways, what is the last cut we should make?
I'm stuck on you being interested by Diofantine equations. I don't know what they are though. Sword Plowshares maybe? I don't know. He has the Sphinx, a Titan, and
a Gristlebee. Yeah. That's assuming they copy pasted, but I think that's a pretty safe assumption.
Brian says Force of Will, but that's Brian.
I don't think I'm going to do that.
Brian, how do we beat your deck with this deck? You have 30 seconds to answer.
Probably not mulligan to 5 is my guess, and just jam the Volt Key down our opponent's throat again. That worked out pretty well last time. First turn explosive mana. Turn 1 standstill.
That's a bit much.
Yeah, that is a bit much.
Brian, I'm also the voice.
He is the voice. He's on
Alright.
that show, The Voice.
I'm not on The Voice.
Oh, no, you're supposed to
background.
keep them going. Also, this hand seems great.
Your construct is out of date again.
It
Oh,
is,
look, library.
but it's on the play, so it's less threatening.
It is.
Only slightly less threatening.
Both those are true.
Alright, so we could time walk with a bunch of mana and then try to brainstorm into something good.
Yeah.
I think that is correct.
Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah, Bazaars are over $1,000 now. People are talking about. I mean, if Workshop is over $1,000, then Bazaars should be over $1,000 because they're basically the same age in terms of cards.
It's true. Alright, that's fine.
Yeah.
One go. Dang, this fan is really driving me nuts. Probably.
Yeah, I keep hearing it. It sounds like you're in a hurricane.
Yeah. Wait. What just happened? He went
Opponent had to misstep something, so then they
Ah.
got themselves off of a library, but thankfully they have Ancestral to deal with that. Do we force that? Because they technically draw 4 cards.
I'm going to force pitch Brainstorm if I force it, I think.
Yeah, I think you force it.
I think Brainstorm's our worst card.
Yeah, because if they like force back or whatever, then they're really off library. Anyway.
Oh, they wanted to pitch Snap? It's fine, whatever.
Alright, so they're officially off library.
I think I'm supposed to just preordain.
Yeah.
Also, I'm blessed because I drew a cantrip immediately after pitching my previous cantrip.
Do we want to tie walk this turn?
I think so. The question is,
We don't get to keep Fluster Storm if we time walk.
I think that's fine. Yeah, I think that's fine.
Waffles is losing his mind.
So the question is, I'm probably supposed to get Tundra, but it's actually closer. I'm gonna get Tundra because there's a Mentor in our hand, but
What awesome black spell are you thinking about?
the one we're about to top deck.
When you play it, fetch to your hand. Watch we get a Mox so our Mentor is great already. Where that works, that's fine.
That's actually a pretty good draw too.
Yeah. I would have liked the Mox so that next turn we could have snapped back walk. Scrubland. Scrubland is a good idea. We should fetch Scrubland.
Yeah, if there were a Scrubland in our deck, I would have fetched it there. You know what there isn't? Scrubland. Yase? Is this a Yase? I think I'm priced into forcing a Yase.
Yeah.
Yase? That's actually pretty irritating too.
Let's steal its Mox. Whatever.
Well, if they steal a Mox, I can attack it. I don't care about that.
Right. So filtering? Who cares?
I mean,
Jarvis cares. I don't care. Why do you care? We have 2 cards in hand? What's he gonna dack into? Why do you care?
alright, I'm gonna let it go, but I'm skeptical that this is what we should be doing. He'll steal a Mox and play a 7-drop. Not immediately. Also, I'm going to probably snap preordain. Yo, Bolt, Snap, Bolt. Thanks for the follow. That's a lot of damage, you know. Bolt, Snap, Bolt. It's usually 8 damage because you're usually doing it EOT and then you get to attack for 2.
Maybe we'll draw a mana source where you just snap walk. Hey, it's that black spell you were talking about.
Am I supposed to snap Preordain?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so as well.
Maybe you can make your guy big enough to kill back.
If I Preordain into a Mox again.
Or into a land so that you can cast Vamp.
So it has to be a very specific thing.
A fetch land or an underground or
So,
Mox Jet.
We also know their last card is not Oath of Druids. Because they would have just slammed it right there, right?
I believe so.
I think those are actually pretty good here too. Yo, K-Donkers, thanks for the follow. I'm going to draw with a Ponder and leave Priest on top. Attack, deck down to 1.
Yeah, that works. And you can't steal your Mox. What are we LOLing about, Waffles? He's on the Sphinx deck. It's a real thing. It's not a real thing. Unless you're playing it, Brian.
He's referring to the fact that there's Sphinx of the Last Word in the Oath deck, probably.
Just play Consecrated Sphinx instead.
Nah, that one gets killed by so much. Including Power Blast.
Yeah, but you draw so many cards and you deck them and you draw 4. Sphinx of the yeah, it's also in your deck.
So earlier I was telling the story about how Seth had it in his deck for the top 8 of that Pro Tour, and it was easily the worst card in the deck. So, in that Pro Tour, I playtested against that Esper deck, and I discovered they couldn't beat me attacking them with Lumbering Fall 7 times. I'm not joking. Do I force this?
Yeah, there's one card in hand that's relevant, because you know.
I think I'm supposed to force it.
Yeah, go for it.
Yes, Mentor is a good card. Stream needs music to drown the fan.
Stream needs more fan. And I'm just tripping over all my words today.
Alright, that was their last card. So now they're going to draw 2 whatever. No, take your time. We're talking about Esper Planeswalker control that Andrew Brown and Neil Oliver designed for that Pro Tour. But Seth can top 8 a Pro Tour with anything, so that's not a good litmus test of whether the deck is good.
Hey, do you think Pirate Stompy works now with Rivals of Ixalan?
No.
Not even with the guy that open eyes things when he attacks?
What is this?
It's a 1 blue 2/1 flyer. Whenever he attacks, you can make one of your opponent's guys a 0/1 with no abilities.
Oh, that's a weird card.
Yeah, it's great. I can't wait to play it in like a humans deck. It's the human pirate.
Of course, Fire Hellkite would say that. Actually, Strummer, litmus test refers to testing for pH only. Testing for the acidity of something, eh?
Or basicness. I don't know. Basidity. I don't know what they...
Baseness, probably?
Baseness. Probably.
Ah, yes. The classic from Dark Ascension.
Everybody's favorite card.
You retrieved Ancestral Recall. That's a good one to retrieve.
Yeah, I had to pick one. Alright, let's get Mox Jet.
No, we know our top card is Containment Priest.
Yeah, well, let's get Mox Jet anyway.
That seems difficult.
Yeah, alright. Kill Dak, obviously.
Do I play around Dismember? I'm not going to play around Dismember.
You're playing around it a little bit by attacking with 2 1/1s instead of a 2.
Yeah, that, I mean, if he has Dismember...
You never know with Moto, absolutely. Moto may have just shuffled our library for us because it didn't like Containment Priest.
Or it doesn't shuffle your library, as the case may be.
Or that.
top eighted once with a 4, a Joker, and a draw 4. Were you playing like open faced poker with Uno decks as well?
I think he's talking about Seth Manfield.
Oh yeah, that is the Seth experience.
I have played against Seth Manfield once.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh, it
we
was
played-
probably SCG something.
Yeah, the match ended 1-0-1 because he plays slowly and was playing blue-white control with Aetherling.
He's not fast. You were Nile Blitz, weren't you?
No, I was playing an American control deck. This was after M15 came out, so I don't think Nia Blitz was good anymore. I don't know. I forget why. Nia Blitz was great, though. That was one of my favorite standard decks of all time.
Probe. Do we priest in response to probe?
He's going to see it anyway. Yeah, why not?
Well, the reason not to is if he boarded in Fire Spout, but
Yeah, I guess you hold on to it.
yeah. I don't think there's any functional difference between doing it EOT and doing it now.
The top card of his deck being a counterspell. Although he has 8 cards. So who knows?
I mean, I'm just not going to cast this thing until we really have to. It doesn't speed up the clock either because it's... Ooh, that's bad.
Yeah, it's true. Classic Nia Blitz. Absolutely. I once killed my opponent on turn 3 in Standard. Nia Blitz.
Boris Elite attacks basically like a Watch Wolf. Sorry, Wild and a Cattle.
Yeah, it was. I mean, Boris Elite was the worst one drop in the deck.
Opponent's drawing a lot of cards. We don't really have much going on anymore. Did we mulligan this game?
Yeah.
Ooh, that's bad. No one can beat an Inferno Titan ever. Not in Cube, not in Constructed. Wait, didn't they see our hand with Gataxian Probe?
Yeah.
So this play literally makes no sense?
Yeah.
Nice. We still have the swords in the deck, which is good for this exact scenario.
Are you sure we have it on our deck?
Yes, I'm sure.
Alright. One on the board, one on the main. You can never trust hands persist.
I love the flavor text on this card.
Specimen seems to be broken. That's a Masticore.
Yeah, I know. That's why I love it. Should I play as though I'm going to draw Swords to Plowshares? I think I'm going to.
Yeah, I think so.
Because we can no longer beat the board by not playing this thing. Alright.
Oh, look, it's another black spell.
Remember when I said I'd wonder which mana source I should get? I hope I don't draw black spells.
Yeah, but you were also...
Oh, wait! What the heck? It is in the board. Never mind, you're right.
Yeah, I told you.
Okay. We couldn't draw anything then,
You should
really.
bring it in again.
Really?
I don't know. He seemed to be doing pretty well without Oath that game. This should be fine.
Nah, I'm not going to bring it in.
Alright. You don't really want that card. Let's just spend the next 2.5 minutes asking Brian how he would play this.
Well, he already said he would side out a force, and I understand the reasoning, but I'm just not going to do it. I'm going to try to avoid casting Force of Will if I can.
That's fair. Kill before the creature arrives. It spilled milk. Better not milk spill. Don't spill your milk.
That would be difficult. I don't have any milk with me right now.
That's good. I'm glad you don't have any milk with you.
You know, I got a Merit Lage in the background. Oh, I guess you haven't seen it, but it's there. It's right there.
You can't even see my Superman.
I can. Well, they can't, but I can.
I know. Let's
Would play
be
balance, not swords. I don't know, man. I'll just try to fight on the stack, I suppose. So, my impression of this deck is that I think it's okay, but it's not really much better than okay.
Yeah, I'm getting that impression too.
So, by having Vault Key in your deck, you also have two, like, sort of dead cards. Obviously, Voltaic Key does do something with the top, but it's not, like, I don't know. Feels like we're giving up a bunch of power to put a bunch of two-card combos into our deck.
Yeah, are you coming to Philly for SCG, Jarvis?
I wish I could. It's so irresponsible because it's a weekend before the PT. So I think I'm going to stay at home and not do that.
Just be the modern seat.
Yeah.
That's basically like practicing.
Sort of. I'm actually more worried about draft. But I will start drafting on Monday when the draft queues come out.
That's fair. Yeah, I was wondering because today was like the pre-release or whatever. If it was
no, it's only a sealed deck.
Okay, yeah.
All right. I mean, keep.
Yeah.
I'm going to play Preordain. Opponent mold.
I agree with that.
So, if I were Honorog right now, I would just say my opponent can't win. They mulliganed. That's how literally how he thinks. Which I don't think is a great way to think about the game, because plenty of people die to mold to 5s.
I have killed my opponent on turn 3 with a mold of 5. And extended.
Oh, I mean, we did mulligan, but we didn't mulligan yet. Yeah, the outcome's pretty dead. I'm going to bottom those.
That outcome is also pretty dead.
Is there any reason to play the Mox right now?
No.
Think of any. Yeah. Vintage can kill on turn 2 with a mold of 1. That is true.
That is very true.
It turns out when you draw like 10 cards per turn. Huh. Opponent's going aggro.
Just because they played Lotus.
Well, no, I
played Library Lotus.
Opponent's going aggro. Pretty sure Outcome is the worst card in our hand.
Yeah, oh, yeah, absolutely.
No reason to tutor. Ooh. Then I'm gonna preordain first.
There you go.
Yep, opponent does hate Library of Alexandria. I don't think I would have done what he did. Ooh, those are some... Handy. Huh. Do I actually draw the Force first and then recall next turn, or do I just snap off recall, you think?
That's good thing an inside out Force of Will. I think you draw... Yeah, you do exactly that. Draw Force of Will, now recall next turn.
Yeah, I think it's a little bit safer. Obviously, I think it's actually pretty likely that the recall is safe, but this is just a much safer play.
Yeah.
Still no reason to play the Mox. Oath of Druids? Man, so here's a difficult question. Do you force this?
3 cards? Off a tropical. No, I don't think you do.
Did we side in frag? We didn't.
We did not side in frag.
Actually, Stu Wright has a good point. I think we should force because we have a thief in hand for card draw spells.
Yeah, good point.
Yeah, I'm gonna just force. I'm going to slam recall on this turn. I think we can't really afford to wait on it.
No, we can't.
What's up, Chubby Rain? 1. Those are cards. So I could float a mana and gush. Because I haven't played a land yet. It only sets me back 1 land drop. So I'm supposed to get Tundra, I guess. Yeah. There was an R1 chord sighting.
2 R1 chord sightings from 2 different opponents. Hey.
So we can play Notion Thief this turn if we want to.
Let's probe them first.
Yeah. I guess we get all of the info.
We can outcome this turn with what we have.
Ha! The fire spout! You can only fire spout for green right now, which only hits flyers. Yeah, I am so old that I know exactly what all of the cards do. Remember when people thought fire spout was good versus fairies? Pepperidge Farm does.
Oh my god. Alright, so Ruby Vault. Do we play top and tap and outcome a responsive tap?
Yeah, we can do that. The problem is we don't have another blue source.
Yeah, that's...
But I guess we get so far ahead that it's fine.
Yeah. Brian, not everything is an addiction. It's not a forcible addiction. It's not a key vault addiction. It's not a pyroblast addiction.
Well, I'm addicted to Rashadenport, so there's no help there.
I'm addicted to Dark Ritual right now, which is... Actually, if you want to talk about cards that I play a lot of, Chrome Mox is a 4 of in both decks I play right now.
Man, that card sucks. It's card disadvantage.
It is card disadvantage. I love it. Look at all that. None of it
what the heck
is...
happened?
None of it is a blue source, though. So I guess you play Mox, play top, and that gets you down to 8 cards.
I could play...
Is your life going to matter enough for Crypt?
I don't think it is, because we can just pick it up with outcome next turn.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to just play top off Ruby.
Or maybe play it off a Crypt and activate.
Yeah, I guess I could. I guess there are outside scenarios where I want to just jam another outcome. Those aren't it, but that's good.
Yeah.
I think our opponent is really dead. It doesn't really matter what we do. We also know their hand is garbage, so... Yeah. It was very, very, very unfortunate for our opponent not to try to value us with library. The game would look a lot different.
Cloud Thresher. I remember Cloud Thresher.
Yes, I remember Cloud Thresher. I remember Benjamin Pumbles Mumbles taking lethal damage from Puppeteer Click plus 2 Cloud Threshers.
Whew.
It was in a Lorwyn block PTQ. He was playing against Datora. And we just took the maximum amount of damage. When Ben was at 18 with a Plume Veil in play, and double Cloud Thresher exactly kills the Plume Veil. So Ben just got killed by Puppeteer Click out of nowhere.
That's hilarious.
He had a Twilight Shepherd in his hand, so if he got to untap, he was perfectly safe. But he died.
Yeah, I think we all learned something from that story.
Is it that Puppeteer Click is great?
Yeah.
Or that I should always choose Tails on Mana Crypt, and I forgot?
Yeah, I was going to say something, but I figured you'd pick Tails like a normal person, but then you didn't.
I didn't.
Alright, play Vault, play Vault, and then Outcome. I don't think you figure out your land drop quite yet.
Yeah, we can just wait, right? I can also float mana.
You can also float mana. And hold priority and all that fun stuff.
I sort of wish it would default to colorless, but I guess if you have Eldrazi in your deck, it's relevant.
See, there's a Tolarian Academy.
Yeah, but we should play our artifacts first to hide information. Doesn't really matter what we do, I think. I mean, there's probably an optimal way to do this.
Academy.
Yeah, just looking for it. All clicks are great. You would say that. You would.
And now come again, I suppose.
Does that even do anything? Like, I think we just end up discarding a bunch of cards.
Maybe we cruise?
I'm gonna actually preordain first. And then play Time Walk. Or I guess...
So many more...
Alright, fine, I'll outcome. The reason to actually outcome first, I think, is... I shouldn't tap the cat. Oh, I have to.
You have to, yeah.
Alright. The reason to outcome first is Time Walk is better if you mentor first. By a lot. Hold on. There we go.
Getting ahead of yourself, Jarvis.
I know. I fixed it immediately. 4 cards.
Look at all that.
Oh, look at that.
Alright, so... Yeah. Lotus, Crack, Mentor. And then...
It doesn't matter what I do because he actually is dead.
Yeah, basically.
Like, literally just dead next turn. Oh, I stacked it wrong. Whatever. It's not much of a called shot, frankly. We were drawing a metric ton of cards is the technical term, I believe.
Just showing the Time Walk will probably scoop.
But that means we get to have less fun.
Alright, if that's what you're looking for, then.
Where
cool. This would literally take me I think it would take you more than 4 minutes, Brian.
Why? If you just stack the Mentor trigger on the bottom and auto heal into the rest, it takes like 2 seconds. I guess I play a lot of Moto. Alright.
Yeah, we did it.
We're 1-1. Yes, auto-yielding is a powerful strategy.
I win more now because I don't have Mentor triggers. Hey, whatever helps.
Whatever floats your boat. Okay, so the thing is, you have to put the unique trigger on the bottom of the stack. Otherwise, it will force you to stack all of them first. Like, literally, you have to click on that one first. And you have to auto-yield to both of them. That's how that works. Flat mount monitors versus cathode ray tubes? Wow, that... I don't know what century you're living in. Flat monitors have existed for a while. I would say about, like, at least 15 years, maybe 20? Okay, 20 then.
This whole computer fan thing is really soothing. Like, I'm listening to your voice, but I'm like hearing the nice wind in the background. It's a very soothing sound. I know it's super irritating to you and probably everyone else.
It's whatever.
Letting you know it's not all bad.
If my calculations are correct and the username thing means what I think it means, you're only 4 years older than I am. That's not that many years. J-Lo's the new singer on that radio. On the radio.
Yeah, seriously, who listens to a radio?
That's where Taylor Swift is played. But I'm not sure Brian knows who that is. If J-Lo is new, T-Swift is non-existent.
That's fair.
Very old 38. Well, Taylor Swift's has a lot of great songs.
She certainly creates music. I'm
Brian's stuck on
are we
Madonna.
are we going to that Kesha show? All right, I'm gonna go see Kesha soon. What month is that in? July. I'm gonna go see Kesha in July with Macklemore.
Oh, nice.
I'm pretty excited about that. Do you think
Ooh.
we'll play against that Arlen Court deck again?
Probably not, but you can never know for sure because the problem is the pool of players to play is so small that it might just get tired and just try to pair us again. I don't know the constraints on this algorithm, but it obviously depends.
Yeah. Madonna got bad because she got married. Kesha used to be great, yeah, and then the whole thing with her producer happened, and she lost a lot of years of her career.
All right, so we spent 1 hour playing workshops, and then almost 2 hours playing two matches with this deck.
Yeah, that's why this deck was second. I like going fast. That's why I play ad nauseum. Either I'm gonna kill myself quickly, or I'm gonna kill them quickly.
But somehow I don't think you would enjoy the modern ad nauseum deck.
No, it's just a two-piece combo, right?
Yeah, it's very not fun. It's also not great, I think.
Yeah, it's not great. Although it did win a challenge like immediately after Tron won like a GP.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of issues with that deck, and the major issue is if you attack them with Inkmoth Nexus, none of their cards do anything.
That's funny.
Yeah, I think the last time I played that matchup as Affinity, I just poisoned them out on turn 3 at Inkmoth Nexus. My hand was real good, obviously. I had a turn 1 played Ink.
Yeah, that'll do it.
It's like Moxen or
Opal
Broken or something, you know?
Mox is great.
Mox Opal is great.
York is a suburb of Baltimore. Okay. I don't know what's going on here.
Yeah, Baltimore kind of sucks, I think, but... And I say that having lived in Maryland for basically my entire life, except for 4 years.
You said Roanoke?
No, Baltimore.
Oh, Baltimore.
Roanoke is also not great, but that's in Virginia.
Roanoke's got nothing going on. I've visited there a few times. It's got a food lion. To buy your food at.
Yes, I do not think Wind Rider is going to catch up to Brian in 5 days when the deficit is 14 trophies.
Bodymore Murderland.
If we were to believe The Wire, that is what it's like, right?
0 chance. Yeah, I don't think Wind Rider. What do you get for having the most trophies when a league ends?
Bragging rights.
Congratulations, Brian, on your bragging rights. I haven't updated it in 3 to 4 months.
Well, according to my calculations, he should be rich. It's 99 Mox qualifier points, which he's probably never going to use. So, let's see.
I'd love to see Brian on the Pro Tour.
528 treasure chests. And 33 times 180. I don't feel like doing that.
You say 528 treasure chests?
Yeah.
Wouldn't it be 512?
Oh, no. That's wrong. 48. No, it's
528. Sorry. Bye-bye, Arlen Court. Oh, okay. Let's see. See, right now it's 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, so it takes about 10 minutes for a match to pop up.
Yeah.
I don't think you can trade Mox qualifier points.
Library of Alexandria is not legal in Modern for many reasons.
Yeah.
It was not printed in a set 8th edition or later. Also, it would be banned in Modern if it was printed in a set 8th edition or later.
True that. They don't even allow it in Legacy, Brian. They don't allow most of your favorite cards in Legacy, though. Not even Oath of Druids.
Nope, no Earth of Druids. Why has Library of Alexandria not been reprinted? I don't even know how to come to start to answer that question, frankly.
The answer to that question, it has been reprinted. It just hasn't been reprinted by Wizards of the Coast.
Oh, true.
It's Arlen Court is legal and modern. But so if you enjoy playtest cards, then you can probably get yourself a Library of Alexandria for about $4. It'll look pretty much like the real thing.
Stu Ray has a good point. Magus of the Library is legal.
Magus of the Library is very legal. Oh, there goes my voice. Puberty. Double green for a library as a 1/1 creature.
It also taps for a green?
No, it's a library.
Oh, fine. Fine, you're right.
Human wizard. Double green 1/1 human wizard, Library of Alexandria.
So Cavern Name Wizard play Magus on turn two?
Cavern Human.
It's always Cavern Human for you, isn't it?
It is. There are many more humans than wizards.
I can't wait until you play the updated version of that deck in Cavern Naming Illusion. Your opponent's like, what the hell is going on?
What? Oh, that version.
That version is actually good.
I have played 2 modern events in my life, and the marquee card of both of those decks is gone now.
What card was it?
The first modern event I played Domri Pod.
Ooh.
And the second one was Amulet Plume.
Oh yeah, I remember. That deck was insane.
Yeah, you got mad at me for playing Oracle Moldai over Azusa. It's because I couldn't find an Azusa.
Yeah, that's because Azusa costs 3.
Yeah, I know. One costs 3, the other costs 4. Is restricted.
That was Converse Eldrazi. Someone went real deep.
Yeah, the 5/5 indestructible.
Right? Wait, it has flying as well.
Yeah, he blocks all of them.
Yeah, the restriction on it is not a problem for Brian. Is you need to have 7 or more cards in your hand.
Yeah, that's fine.
Having met Brian, not specifically. I could pick him out from a lineup, though. Is that good enough?
Why is he in a lineup?
So my nickname in college was actually Deep Blue. Speaking of deep. Let me see. Let me see if I can find that shirt.
Hey, you have a match, Jarvis. Get back here.
Oh my god! I just assumed it would never fire. 10 minutes going by.
Yeah, I'd say if we got to 15, we'd I don't know, do something. Your thing is still out of date. We need blue, and not to have Blightsteel in our hand. Yeah, this is obviously a mulligan. I don't care. Listen, I understand how Voltaic and Soul Ring work, but
hand's great. I'm great. Deep Blue, like the chess computer, not Deep Wound.
Deep Balloon?
Dang it. Alright, so how should I sequence this?
Sapphire Ponder, maybe?
Yeah, I guess that's fine. This is difficult. Like, I kind of feel like the Tinker's not going to be good. And that's just going to be dead card if we draw it.
Probably. So
I kind of just want to draw the Vamp Tutor, I think, and shuffle the other 2 away.
I agree with that. Deep Blue.
I mean, my new nickname is That Lands Guy, if you ask anyone.
That's such a boring name. You're not even the Lance guy. It's just that Lance guy. There's another Lance guy that they could point at.
Yeah, Jody Keith, unfortunately.
I don't even know who that is. You're always the Lance guy to me. Databane's gonna play a Chocolate Island, and then he's gonna. Oh nope, something different.
So it's like just Guy Xerox, probably.
Xerox.
We should just rebuild original Xerox with 4 Deep Root Champion.
Deep Root Champion.
The original Xerox deck was like blue-green. Actually, the original Xerox deck was mono-blue. But
yeah,
you have to look up, yeah, Alan Comer's deck. Oh,
yeah, Matt,
okay.
Matt, good point. We should have just shuffled off that ponder.
Yeah, well, it's too late now. So now we have to make
Maybe
do.
We could shuffle and just drew the Vampiric anyway.
Well, now I have to crack this. I guess I should crack it during my upkeep, just in case if we get stifled.
Yeah, you never know.
You never know.
Like, I thought about whether or not Stifle is good in this metagame. I mean, you can even Stifle workshop decks.
Should I cast one of these now? Nah.
What? No, I don't know why you would even cast.
We'll figure it out in a second.
Oh, look, Paradoxical.
Should I just scroll for force?
Yeah, that seems pretty good.
So scroll for force, with the plan being cast a tutor. So I'm going to fetch Tundra and scroll for force so I can decide what to do at the end of his turn.
Yep. Alright, bye, Brian.
Yep, see you, BK. BK! I feel like I know a lot of Brian Kelly's because it's probably a really common name.
I mean, it's like 2 names.
It is.
Kelly can be... There's actually... In Westchester, Pennsylvania, there's a... Kelly is a huge name of, like, businesses there.
Mm-hmm.
I actually used to work for one with coach at Notre Dame. Possible. I used to work for one of those businesses.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess shuffling off the ponder would have been way better. Oh well, you live, you learn. And then at some point, you're probably going to die.
Wow.
Opponent is missing a land drop. I still think we play Mystical for Ancestral, but...
Yeah, go for it.
I could be convinced not to.
It won't be from me. If our Ancestral doesn't resolve, we have another Ancestral in our hand to cast.
I don't think vamping for Soul Ring is all that good. I said you probably die. It's not guaranteed death. Alright, so here's a real question. Do we actually main phase this Ancestral? Or do we just cruise?
How many? We got 5?
Yeah.
I think we main phase it. I like drawing cards right now.
So I think I'd rather cruise than...
Why would you cruise? You spent all this time getting this ancestral. You can cruise afterwards. It's still the same number of cards in the graveyard. Like, you lose a mana, but you gain a card of the yard.
Fine. I'll fire it off and see what happens.
I think we'll be fine.
It's gonna suck if it just gets...
You can't fluster it right now.
Yeah.
Force it? I don't know.
I don't think I actually want to force this misstep.
Probably not.
I think I'm going to just cast Cruise and hope he doesn't have Fluster. But maybe that's too aggressive. Next turn, we could actually just Vamp for Fluster and play Cruise next turn. I'm going to Vamp for Fluster and play Cruise next turn.
I dig it.
Oh, someone timed out the Joe Cool Facts server by using it too much. I've seen that occasionally happen. I don't care about that.
Really Ryan is on my side with that play.
Forcing's not awful. Alright.
Joe not cool.
Joe not cool facts. One sec. I don't remember exactly what's in this deck to see if that's debilitating.
No rod?
Yeah.
You're a paradoxical deck. You have Key Vault and you have Mentor. I don't think it's actually going to be that much of an issue. We have Hercules to bounce it.
Yeah, the question is, what am I going to do with this Vamp Tutor now?
Yeah, good point. Force it. Pitch Paradoxical.
Yeah. I think I'm priced into this play, which sort of sucks, but...
Yeah, whatever.
Brutal. Okay, well...
Can we vamp for Tinker and just Blightsteel?
We can't cast Tinker, right?
That's what No Rod does. Go team.
I think I'm going to cast Vamp, though. The question is, what do I even want to get?
I think you want to get... I don't know, we can see what's in the deck right now. Maybe make a decision.
I could technically get Gush and just try to grind him down.
That's true.
I think it might actually be the best play, but... Then we have to find Hercules' Recall off of... We still have a bunch of tutors left, right? I think Tinker is a bad plan, especially versus Tundra, but... Nah, I'm gonna just get Gush. So I should float this, I think.
Yeah, that makes sense. That way we have access to one of them. One of the non-blues.
Mm-hmm. Don't think we need this fetch land anymore.
No.
Heck. Alright, there it goes. Force Ball can go.
I think it's better to figure out what can knock out. Keep Ancestral and Vamp or Ponder.
Ancestral and Vamp, I think, is correct.
Alright.
Do you have a Force of Will? Apparently he does. Pitching Force. Alright. And I'm going to just cast Walk.
Yep.
Because I don't see it getting really better than this. This Null Rod is going to be quite good, I think. I don't think either of those do anything. Alright. We're sort of dead in the water, I think.
I mean, yeah, we're doing pretty poorly right now.
I think I'm going to play this in case if I draw things I want to cast. I don't know. It strikes me like this is going to be a very, very difficult game to win.
Yeah, I agree with that. This is going to be a grind. Excuse me. Oh, why? Just why?
That's fine. Like,
Yeah.
honestly, like, that is sort of a do nothing.
It's true. It's mana that he would have lost anyway, I guess. All right, we're rebuilding.
We are.
So if we peel Tinker Blue card, we're actually in not the worst shape.
Yeah, it's not particularly likely, but we're behind on time. Only by 2 minutes, but okay. Okay, let's stay calm.
That was the hard one to draw.
Let's stay calm and hope he doesn't cast anything we actually have to counter. All right, I'm gonna let that go then.
Yeah, that seems fine to let go. Oh, so we play a bunch of cantrips. Yeah, cast it.
Is there a reason to?
Is there a reason not to?
Guess there's not.
Maybe he'll randomly throw something at it to make his young pyromancer big. Or not bigger, but make a token, but he didn't.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. I think that's just so unlikely.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, let it go.
Yeah, I mean, we can't counter anything, really. Otherwise, we don't have a coherent plan, I think.
Right.
That's the issue. I am glad that's not Jace the Mind Sculptor, because I think we would actually be priced into forcing that one.
Yeah.
We're getting to the point where I think I actually just have to slam it.
Yeah, go for it. He's got walk. He's able to cantrip out from his yard a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, just cast it. YOLO. Sacrifice Soul Ring. Oh.
Nah. Nah, dog. Nah.
Hey!
We're gonna get dacked or some shenanigan.
Maybe.
I'm gonna play my land in case if somehow I draw a 5th mana source and Forcible is relevant. My God. Why, God? What did I do to deserve this?
I don't know, we have all this life now. I just need to draw Hercules and Yogwill. Or Mentor, or something.
I think we're going to die. That is my take on it. This was not the most fortunate game.
No, it wasn't.
Yep, not gonna lie. This deck, not my favorite so far.
Nah, it's not nearly as good as that workshop deck was.
Yeah, I mean, we just steamrolled all of our opponents with that workshop deck.
Yeah, awesome.
Didn't last very long. That's the only unsatisfying part about it.
You and your long games.
Yep. I think that about does it. Let's see,
Yeah, I think
we'll
so.
take... I guess it doesn't. Let's see what's the exact wording on this. Let me cast it.
You can flashback with it.
Okay.
Or you can gush with it.
Because it doesn't say it gains flashback. It's you can cast it.
Right. He has a bit before he can use that because of he's only at 2 right now. But
yeah. I'm just waiting for my opponent to cast, like, I don't even know, something really bad for me.
man, ever since Brian left, it's been real quiet in chat.
Did all of the
Mad.
vintage? Did all of the vintage guys leave?
Feels that way. You know, what, 85 people watching? I guess everyone's just watching.
They're tired of watching us get completely smashed by this deck.
Oh, look, there's Matt.
Oh, yes, we left. Cut foul all sideboarding. Does that help? Sure, that helps. I'll shave like one. I feel like this is a matchup where it's not necessarily that good. Also, this card looks fake to me every time I see it.
Why would you not play Standstill in Legacy? Or Death and Taxes is only even modern. You might not have Standstill legal.
Hey, Joe Cool Facts works. It works, I promise you. It works 50% of the time, I promise you. Oh,
This
man.
one, 50% of the time, it works every time.
Take Your Time is great. He gave me the Canada mug that people can see.
I can't see it. Hold on.
He gave it to me last weekend
I see it.
at the Team Grand Prix. That event was great. Did you read Ari's tournament report on Reddit? It was fantastic.
No, what subreddit is it?
Spikes. 20th place at Santa Clara, if you want to go read it at some point.
Spikes. I don't think I think I unsubscribed from anything that wasn't the Magic TCG subreddit because I kept getting like 4 copies of the same spoiler. There it is. Armlets. I'll save it.
Yeah. It's a very good read. Ari is a very good writer. And somehow he remembers what happened in all of his matches and what happened in mine. And the fact that our third teammate finished like 5 matches total out of 14. Because he was the standard seat. Whereas Ari's killing his opponent on like turn 4 with like 2 platings every game.
Nice. I get to be standard chair for SCG Philly.
Really?
Yep.
So, I mean, you know if new set's coming out, right?
Yeah, that's fine. What the heck's going to happen? They're either going to ban energy or they're not. I'm going to play Ramanap Red either way.
Okay, nice. That is a reasonable choice. Also, I conceded. I was tired of looking at my cards. That didn't do anything. Alright.
That's fine. The board out force was called. Board out A force.
I feel like Vault Key is actually not good either.
Against them, no. It's not.
I'm going to side in some flusters.
Campbell seems good in this matchup for once.
Oh, just to try to nickel and dime them?
Yeah.
A Braid does kill it very cleanly, but whatever, I suppose. Should I side up one top to try to reduce vulnerability to,
Yeah.
Null Rod? And do I want an island?
No. That's shops only.
Alright. We still have Tinker, Blightsteel in our deck, which sucks, but...
It's fine. If it's quick and we have Force Will backup, it's like an auto win. Will you commentate other vintage majors like NYSE or EE? I'm slated to do EE8 whenever they announce when that one is. NYSE, I was talking with a friend of mine. Apparently it might go under new management. I'd be more than happy to do commentary for that. I've seen their commentary setup. It's pretty easygoing. So it would probably be actually, in terms of professionalism, the easiest of the 3 tournament series. But E8 for sure, which will probably be March or April. NYSC if they let me. Vintage Champs if they let me again. I believe E8 is in Philly again. Nice. Same spot it was last time.
I'm going to try to make it out for that whenever that is.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, if they announce it at the end of the month, they've announced it soon enough. Like, if it's in March or April.
Mox. Maybe I just play Soul Ring off island and say go.
Yeah, they go.
I don't think they have Wasteland in their deck, but they could. Hypothetically.
No, it's not Nick Detweiler specifically. It's the new management. I don't know if he wants me to say who the new management is.
Oh, a bunch. Ugh.
This is terrible.
So I have a very specific name for this phenomenon. It's called getting vintaged. Sometimes you get vintaged, and sometimes you do the vintaging.
It's no first turn. First turn Jace is called getting collared. Because he's a vintage player that gets first turn Jace a lot.
I mean, we can calculate how likely it's actually supposed to be, but I don't care.
It feels good to get collared.
So I guess we have to recall now.
Yep.
It's not going to get better than right here.
Yeah.
That was not great for us, frankly. This is going to go undisputed for way too long, in my opinion.
Yeah. I really just think you land pass. I don't think you could try to combo out.
I'm going to play Mox and Sego.
That works.
The reason to play it now is to make the Flusterstorm for my outcome less good. If that ever happens. We basically need a third and fourth artifact. Next turn I might just gush main phase, frankly, but... Well, also, Aaron is very, very lucky when he's playing Standstill.
There's that rod. So we have Hercules, yeah.
Yeah, we do. It's not like... Oh, I should have floated mana, probably, in Hercules DOT.
Yeah, that would have been smart.
No, I can't do that. I feel like we're going to lose. I don't think it's going to be particularly close either.
No, this is a lot of mana that we're drawing, for sure.
We're drawing a lot of mana that doesn't work with that, which is...
Right.
Really the least ideal scenario. I think I'm going to just play C, say go, try to EOT Hercules, and outcome on my turn. Yeah.
Hercules with Fluster backup seems fine.
I mean, I don't think I'm in good shape.
No, we're definitely not. But
also, if they play some instant or sorcery, I can actually put Hercules on the stack and see if they try to force them and try to fluster their instant sorcery and their force.
Fair. Started to hate Paradox. Yeah, I started to hate it too.
So, like, this is where I could do it.
In response to walk?
Yeah, because if they try to force, I just fluster both. You see what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah, I dig that. Are they just going to cast it again?
I'm going to fluster his Time Walk if the Hercules resolves.
Oh yeah. Derp. This is my brain. This is my brain's slowing down a little bit.
Well,
why I don't play Magic after 9 p.m. usually.
I try to avoid it, but like 10 o'clock is basically the cutoff for me. After that, I go play like stupid tower defense games. I actually was watching. You remember Join Rapes? You remember that guy?
No. Oh, In Between Jorbs.
Yeah. He's actually a big Twitch streamer now. He has like 8K followers and he just streams whatever random games.
Right. Good for him.
And one of the games he was streaming was a zombie survival tower defense. It was actually it's pretty well done. It's called They Are Billions, referring to the fact there's like billions of zombies that attack you at the end of the game.
That's fair.
Anyways, I was waiting to see if he was going to force there. I was really, really hoping he would, but even a Pyroblast would be good value, frankly. Just getting a 2-for-1 would be nice.
Right. Yeah, we weren't so lucky.
But here, if he has a Mox, we get, like, sort of punished.
But he doesn't.
It is a Merit Wage token print. Good spotting. Someone got it for me as a gift. I don't know who. But it is... I obviously love it, because who doesn't love Merit Wage?
Didn't you get Didn't someone figure out your address or something?
Yeah, I don't think it was the same person, because it came way too fast for that. But...
Oh, okay.
The question is, do I want to preordain first?
Yeah, you have a lot of mana.
It's not a printer. It's my fan going ballistic. I don't know why. This is like a relatively new rig, too. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is not turned on.
Land drop took a turn.
Yeah, so I'll have 5. Do I have a factory fan? I don't know what that means. It's like inside of a desktop. Anyways, I'm trying to figure out. I don't want the preordain, I think. The question is, do I want the Snapcaster?
Let's see, if you take Snapcaster and you gush, what do you want to hit in order to be able to snap back Paradoxical?
A bunch of artifacts, right?
Yeah. I don't know if we'll get that lucky.
The other reason to keep Snap is it lets you...
I mean, recast Ancestral.
Yeah, but also you can Snap Fluster in some worlds.
Yes.
It's not the original. I think it's just an artist print. No, a friend of mine built it, and I think he used a good fan, but...
Yeah, it doesn't sound like it.
I'll ask him this weekend. I think I'm going to take the Snap, but I'm not certain about this.
I think it's fine.
Do I want to cast Gush now, the question? Or do I just want to EOT Gush? For 5 mana.
I think you Gush now and try to hit an artifact and chain a Paradoxical.
Alright.
Really? Not off of the already tapped island?
Right. I should float.
Float blue. I don't think you're gonna mentor. If you mentor, you can mentor by recasting it.
Fair.
Or replaying it, rather.
He might have a counter and just didn't want to force the Null Rod. Like, that... I feel like that is a very reasonable situation to be in, right?
Yeah, I believe so.
That wasn't great. I think we're actually going to snap Recall with Fluster backup.
Okay.
That seems great, right?
Yeah. Well, you have Fluster in hand, too, if you wanted to...
Right. No, I'm using use a Snapcaster.
Yeah, sorry. Like I said, it's late. Yeah.
Pretty sure this is correct.
Yeah. Absolutely.
And I have to leave both of these up, obviously, because...
Pyroblast. That's the one you wanted to get.
I'm going to Fluster.
Yeah. Fair. We keep the mana for whatchamacallit, for Ancestral. Did we play a land yet this turn?
We did. We had to replay the Tundra that we returned with Gush.
Cool. Okay. So we have blue colorless available.
Cool. I mean, there are worlds where we're allowed to go off, but
yeah,
they're not that likely.
No, not because his Opal's not turned on.
Jeez. Alright, our opponent was just being really patient, I guess. The problem with this Vamp Tutor is if I main phase it, he can just Fate Seal.
Yeah.
So,
yeah,
can't do that.
Wow.
Alright, well, so we ran him down on a few cards, but if this guy truly has 4 blasts, 4 flusters, I really don't like our shot.
Yeah, I mean, he's going to drop the Rod again, so it just turns off the Soul Ring.
So we're pretty dead, right? Like, I guess I have to go get Mentor?
Yeah, I guess. And it's just, yeah, Jace will deal with Blightsteel.
Well, did we leave that in? We did.
We did.
Traditionally a bad matchup. Plus, I'm kind of just not feeling how this deck is built. Personally, but I mean, that might be whatever bias you want to say, but it just doesn't feel good.
I don't like it because it's not a fast deck.
Yeah, I would prefer to be playing Wilson's deck. Alright. I think the 4-color Outcome Storm deck that he was playing is pretty good. But yeah, Shops is clearly great. About to get destroyed. If my opponent bounces snap with Jace, I can never win.
It's a great song.
I know. I actually think that mode of Jace is underused.
Bouncer and Snapcaster.
Yeah, that mode is so powerful. Like, Null Rod. The one thing I'm confused about is it really necessary for this deck to play Young Pyromancer?
Need some way to win, but I can understand if you like. He seems a lot bigger than Young Pyromancer.
Like, honestly. You just cut the Pyromancers, play, I don't know,
4 snaps.
I think 4 snaps is probably excessive in this format, but
4 snaps. 4 snaps was the top placing blue deck, besides Oath.
Was it? Okay, maybe it's not. Yeah. Snapcaster is an insane card for what it's worth.
4 snaps, 10th place.
Okay. At what tournament? The last challenge?
Champs.
Oh, was that Mike?
Yeah, it was. Like Salamasi.
Very controversial figure.
He's just angry. It's fine. People are allowed to be angry.
I should have cast Vamp with Pyromancer in the stack, but I still think I'm supposed to cast Vamp. Well, Kambal doesn't line up particularly well versus Jace.
No.
What does Yawgmoth's Will do? Almost nothing. This is not good.
Yeah, I don't like our chances here. Can we cruise out of it?
Alright, that's the best solution I've heard. Like, the other problem is we can't actually remove this Null Rod now because our way to remove it is in our graveyard. Okay, well, I guess we could cruise into Will, but the amount of mana and time that would take is just so long that I think we'll be dead before that. But it's probably our best shot to win, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it is, but it's obviously not good, and if that gets countered, we just lose on the spot.
Yeah, this is really an uphill battle.
It's just, I found, especially in this format, once the first card draw spell happens for your opponent, that like draws multiple cards, it like snowballs super fast. And then you're dead. Probably don't need both Flusters. Should we leave one of us?
What do we keep? Keep Ancestral. Keep with Recalls?
Yeah, I think we have to keep both Recalls. I don't think we have time for the Snapcaster. I think I'm going to just double weight the second Fluster, actually. Because the chance I need that off of Yawgmoth's Will is almost 0.
Yeah, no, I could definitely get rid of that.
I could have also cracked my fetch first, but I think leaving Brainstorm as a real out matters here. because I do have a fetch.
Ancestral, dealt spells, and the walkers.
Yeah.
Well, Brian Kelly certainly has enough walkers in his deck to be playing that game.
He has a lot of walkers that don't get power blasted, which I think is a good place to be.
Yeah, red walkers are great.
All right,
now.
Can I scoop? I mean, like...
Yeah, you can scoop. I give you permission to scoop.
That just sucked so much. All right, let's play one more match, even though I think this deck is not as good as the last one, that's for sure.
No. I also... Shops makes more sense to me than this does. Like...
I mean,
Throwing Jace is good. That makes sense. But yeah, no, in terms of my repertoire and being able to see lines, like, yeah, Shops can technically be an easier deck, but, like, it's the kind of Magic that I like playing. Like, this is the kind of Magic I'm like, Like, it's not really what I want to be doing, but...
You're not a mid-range guy, I think.
I'm not a what?
You're not a mid-range guy.
No, mid-range is boring.
This deck plays out very, very mid-rangey, I believe.
Yeah, I'm okay with, like fast aggro combo, even, like, super hard control, like Lantern's great. Just, like, sit back and mill.
Aaron loves Lantern, too, believe it or not.
Who does?
Aaron.
Take
your time.
Oh. Mid-range. As he hearts mid-range. There we go, Lantern.
I think Aaron actually hates mid-range. He certainly doesn't like aggro decks, is my impression.
I mean, most of my successes come with just 5 cards beginning with Lantern.
Lantern of Insight is the card you're interested in there. But really, the card you're interested in there is Codex Shredder and Ensnaring Bridge. Ooh, Lantern of Insight actually has pretty good flavor text.
Well, most of your success came from gummy bears. Good point. Most of my success has come from gummy bears.
Has it?
No.
I was going to say, that seems really, really weird.
Actually, like, if you want to pick a card or a style of card that's been really good to me, is green 4-drops. But
green 4-drops?
Green 4-drops.
Huh.
Like Aloran and Birthing Pod and Natural Order.
Oh, come on. Birthing Pod? That's BS. That costs 3. You know that.
Yeah, but it's still a green 4-drop.
No. It's definitely a 3-drop that has no color associated with it.
It's a green 4-drop.
I remember the Natural Order thing.
It has a converted mana cost 4. Green Furbolgs.
I like green Furbolgs more than green
4-drops. My Philly accent's coming out now that I'm getting tired. Green 4-Bolgs.
You're a green Furbolg.
Birthing Pod. Is there a green 4-drop in Bloom? I don't think so.
Is there what?
I was saying if there's a green 4-drop in Bloom. Bloom was pretty good.
Postboard Obstinate Bailoff. You remember that?
I do remember Obstinate Bailoff.
That was the best one to pact for versus Liliana, though.
Yeah.
Because you would just kill their Liliana instantly.
Yep. I'll discard this and I'll kill you.
Yeah, you don't pay 4 mana for Birthing Pod. You pay 3 mana and then you do a bunch of things and you have Kiki Resto at the end of it and your opponent's like, what the hell just happened?
Here's how you pay 4 mana for a Birthing Pod. You pay 3 to cast it and you pay 1 to activate it.
Yeah, but the point is you're not actually paying just 1. You're paying like 5 and they're dead.
How can we trick Mike to pronounce... scrolled away.
It didn't scroll away. Why are you lying to us, Mike? It's still right there.
Mike, could you say water, please? Yes, I can say water.
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 House?
Actually, house?
I don't get it. Is there a Canadian different thing about house?
House.
House.
Might be.
Alright, if this doesn't fire in the next 5 minutes, I might just call it quits.
Mike, do you like H2O? Yes, I do like water.
God, I still love the name, username Perry and repost. It's just so good.
Alright, I'm gonna go get more. Actually, have to get more water. I'll be right back.
What's water?
What's water? Rouse. Pa? Yerby.
Alright, 4 more minutes, y'all. 4 more minutes.
What's the 4 more minutes?
Before I call it quits.
Oh, yeah, that's fair. I mean, what was our time? It took us an hour. Took us an hour for the first.
Look, man, I really don't want to play against R1 Court again. In fact, the worst part of it didn't happen yet, which is when someone heats up their Gristlebrand with it.
Cube?
No, I mean, I have a cube deck floating, but I don't want to...
Oh, if you have one floating, yeah.
I don't want to play it.
Why? How bad is it?
I mean, I'm at... I don't know. I have 6 cube trophies. I think my win rate's like 66% right now, and I don't know. It's just kind of not fun anymore, really, for me.
It's a bummer.
Also, I'm tired. That's why I'm just waiting for this to hit 10 minutes so I can just go to bed instead. and I have a reasonable justification for doing it.
I mean, I'm talking about green fur blogs or whatever, so pretty exhausted, but this is fun. I like Heckle. Oh yeah, Hoos is Canadian.
Hoos.
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 I have not cubed at all. Funny enough.
Yeah, I think the real problem with this cube is you get a lot of decks that are like 2/3 really good and 1/3 very mediocre because the cube is 540. So
I didn't realize cube was 540.
Yeah, it doesn't. You're not guaranteed to see every card, and in fact, some cards you're never going to see unless you open them, which makes sense.
Like Soul Ring.
I mean, the list of cards that you will not see has a lot of bearing and resemblance to the restricted list of Vintage. Can you imagine that?
I mean, yeah, funny how that works. Soul Ring gets passed. Who the fuck passed Soul Ring?
You can make a case for Lotus or Recall if you really want to.
You cannot make a case for Recall. No, I think in regards to like pick one, pack one, it's got to be Soul Ring. I mean Lotus, okay, maybe you can argue that. Okay, as long as we're not talking optimal Matt, then yeah, that's fine. Fifth pick Mana Crypt is bonkers.
Yeah.
The first 4 picks better have been other power.
I had a draft deck, which was not very good, but had 5 pieces of power, so I 3-0'd.
That's pretty good.
Alright, we're 40 seconds away from me getting out of... Wait. It's
I
definitely
can't
just
boot
gonna
up my
happen
own.
now.
I
Some
can't boot
jerk
up
is.
my own Moto account.
Oh, it'll take you so long.
Yeah,
By the way, did you want to borrow the extra set I have?
I have a set.
Oh, you bought. You bought in,
I
right?
bought. Yeah, I bought in a while ago. I yeah, you can see my take your time, Jimmy. Yeah, I've been playing challenges
Oh,
with
have
the
you?
same 75. Yeah,
So, you-
I 3-3 the last two.
but that's break even if I recall correctly.
That is break even.
All right, you suckers! No one showed up for 10 minutes. But we can chat for a few more seconds. Let's, let's see who else
You
is.
should put my face. You should put my face up. I don't care if it looks weird or not.
Oh, your actual face?
Yeah, my actual face. Since we don't need to see the screen.
All right. Hey, there's Mike and his Superman poster from the Versus system. And Merit Lage is over here. Restrictions and bans on Monday. If I had to guess, you're not going to see anything in Vintage or Legacy. Small chance of Death Rate. You might see a standard ban of Rogue Refiner or a Tune with Aether.
Or Aether Hub.
Yeah, that one's so much worse. Actually, I guess it's not that much worse, but I think it's overrated.
Yeah, it's the thing, like Attune and Aether Hub are the things that make it like
Oh,
three,
so
four
yeah,
color deck.
so you can cast anything you want, and there's basically
Yeah.
no drawback.
Yeah, that. Ban Chalice in all formats one time. Attune, ban something standard. I mean, I don't really care either way. They're gonna do something.
Yes, they could restrict Sphere of Resistance, but I kind of feel like they're happy where the format is.
Yeah,
I
the
mean,
format's great right now.
I don't think I'm honestly gonna go with this. I hate bans, and I try to have as few bans as possible. So I'm very anti-ban, and my perception is if no one's complaining about it, they're not gonna ban anything. That's just how
Sure.
I feel.
There are a lot fewer complaints this time around already.
Exactly,
Like, people
yeah.
are like some people, case in point, like, oh, there's a BNR announcement this Monday. Yeah, there is. Nobody's been like getting all riled up this time.
I mean, honestly, the only people who are riled up are some of the legacy people who are like, "Oh my god, Death Right is unbeatable. It ruins the format." I'm just like, guys, I think you need to try a little bit harder.
Yeah, Death Right is not a problem. Death
I mean,
Right is just new.
It's not that new. It's just a super
Yeah,
powerful
I mean,
card.
it's not that new.
And the reason you're seeing so many decks play it now is there was less miracles to really push it down. Because the decks that played Death Right would use it to play multiple creatures. And the natural predator of that is Terminus. But now you're seeing a resurgence of Terminus. So,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah,
I mean,
top gonna keep it down.
right.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yes,
I don't know. Belcher kind of sidesteps.
Yes, the anti-top hate was so fierce. Even though I personally believe that ban shouldn't have occurred. Again, I said I'm very anti-ban if possible, but I understand why it was done for logistical reasons, and as well with the fact that like Miracle's deck was kind of absurd, like a little bit absurd.
Yeah.
But yes, there's yes, Death Ray sort of like a lot of the blue decks look very similar in Legacy, but you can do different things with them. It's like saying all of the blue decks in Vintage are the same because they all have like the same like 7 or 8 cards, but that's just not the case, right? Like that.
Just because something has Ancestral, Brainstorm, Ponder, Dig, Cruise, and a set of Force of Will doesn't mean it's the same across the board.
Right. Whereas like compare like Grixis Delver and Alurin, they both have 4 Death Rate, but they're completely different decks. So like I think people should not really like root for Death Rate to be banned. They should let they should let the format evolve some more and, see what happens. Basically, try harder. Just try harder, y'all. Things will be fine. And if they're not fine, then Wizards can ban something.
Do better.
Restrict to APAC basics? You're killing me, Smalls. You're killing me. Why? Island, I'm fine restricting. APAC basics, absolutely not.
Oh, wouldn't it be funny if they unrestricted Gush again? They just keep sending it in and out of the restricted list.
I think if they do that, it is very clear they have no idea what they should do. That thing's been off and on multiple times, right?
Yeah, I think it got restricted 3 times so far.
I like APAC lands because it reminds me of my heritage, and you can't argue with that logic.
My basic of choice is either unlimited or Ice Age snow covered, depending on if snow covered lands are legal or not.
Interesting.
Yeah, if you notice all my recent lists, I always run snow covered basics in Vintage.
Yeah, it actually I don't like that because I don't know. I don't like how snow-covered basics look, but if you like how they look, all the more power to you.
Oh, I like how they look, and I like when I write out my deck list in alphabetical order, all my basic lands are next to each other.
Okay, so Log Team 1, the reason Death Rate is a 1/2 is because literally in Return to Ravnica, there's a card called Electrickery. They did not want it to die to Electrickery. I mean...
Yeah, they didn't, and specifically they didn't want it to die to Electrickery because they didn't want it. They created a lot of hate cards for Lingering Souls, so they wanted to be able to kill a lot of X1s. That's why you see stuff like Is It Static Caster, Electrickery, Homing Lightning for what it's worth.
Ooh, I remember that one. Yeah, I forgot that was
play that one. But there's a lot of Detention Sphere had a little bit to do with the Lingering Souls problem as well.
Uh-huh.
And so Deathrite Shaman just got a little boost because of the Lingering Souls problem.
Yep, but obviously Deathrite turned out to be an absurd card, and I regret not registering for that card in that Pro Tour. That was a mistake. Whoops.
It did not want Gutshot to be $12. I don't know if Gutshot was Gutshot in that standard?
No, I mean, let's see,
No.
Scars?
Scars and Estrad
Return. It was, Gutshot was not in that. Soviet Legacy. Yeah. Man.
Soviet Legacy.
Anyways, I think I should call it a night now. No one else is streaming Vintage, unfortunately. Alright, I'm not gonna leave you with anyone, but you guys can head out and...
So sad.
On Monday, I don't know, might stream. Might not. We'll see how I feel. Ahsoka? Who the heck is that?
Ahsoka.
I don't know who that is.
I hope everyone enjoyed the stream.
Yeah.
Whether or not you got to see my face, whether or not you got to see us win with workshops versus die in agony with Paradoxical.
That's true.
I hope to see some of you soon, and the rest of you at some point. Who knows? I don't know. I don't know. I'll go to a big event again, such as Champs, and hopefully see some of the people that are not just locals.
Yep. That will be a double thumbs up.
Yeah. I can't see. If you just double thumbs up, I couldn't see it. Yeah, I can see it now.
Anyways.
I get like a 2-second delay if I watch the stream myself.
Yep. Anyways, good night to all of you. And have a good weekend. Happy MLK Day.